Check.
Woo!
1, 2.
Pew, pew, pew.
Can you hear this?
Pew, pew, pew. We are ready as usual. Thursday, 9 p.m. This is our secret rendezvous. This is where we meet,
bro.
Joe. This is
It's
where
gonna
we
be
usually
another one?
meet. This is another one, but I'm gonna play a big disclaimer. None of us right now, none of us today are in good mood. In fact,
Really?
it's foul.
I
as
don't
hell.
think so. It's good, bro. I think we are in.
Foul as hell. And if you grow up, right? You grow up as a Liverpool fan. Okay, Joe, maybe you want to adjust the camera angle because I can see the little piece of trash right at the back.
The devil is there, bro. Look at it. The devil is hiding there. If you guys want the devil to come up, be careful what you wish for.
So right now, Joe, we've got a lot to go through. A lot on our plate today. Okay, the first one, of course, the most important one, the main highlight for today is the Liverpool demise, or not really demise. Maybe a demise is us being really hyperbolical.
Do not use disrespectful term. I
don't want to be cancelled. I
repeat, do not use disrespectful term.
Distasteful is the brand new word. Distasteful, all right?
I think we got to say is right now Liverpool is going through a turmoil.
A turmoil. A tough time.
Like a tough time. You know, these guys, they
we have to factor in all those personal issues, right?
Elizabeth is gone. Jose is gone.
It's Alice, but then again, on a serious note, before we start, all right, condolences to Alisson, man. Losing a dad, that's really tough. Really tough.
It's really tough.
Only God knows, man, what is going through right now in his mind.
Like I said, I think in my previous show, and I said, no, it's not easy. It's never easy losing a mother. It's never easy losing a father. But it's even more worse not being able to do the final rites, bro. Like to even see them off the last one. That hurts shit bricks. Yeah.
And again, from the team, prayers, all power to Alisson Becker and his whole family. Must be tough, mentally distraught. I really don't know if that predicament is being again presented upon myself. I don't know how I'm going to react, man. But he's a strong boy. Pretty sure he will come back stronger than ever. And then the second thing is the second motion that we want to go through today is the early title decided. In fact, it has all been wrapped right now. Another title, another season whereby it's really premature. In February again, Valentine's Day. Every single time when it's Valentine's Day, the title has been decided once again. Does that mean that we are losing a bit of prowess? Does that mean that we are now looking at a possibility of a monopoly? Or in fact, last season when Liverpool were up and running, we could probably talk about a duopoly. Two teams just
right
running
now, it's like a farmers league, bro. I think we've taken over the farmers league.
That's why it's a good one. So maybe we want to lay an inquest. Maybe we want to dig out some bones. Is it really a farmers league? And then the third one, of course, the crowd will be back. Finally, the crowd will be back. So that could send you a couple of jolts right into your system. Everybody will be up and running, jumping about because we really need that. Something that we want to speak about. But of course, we're not just going to speak about just the whole event of fans coming back. I want to ask the fans and those people who are watching us, which team or teams rather, let's go plural with this, have been badly affected by the no crowd situation. The fourth one, your team coming up against the Blues. The last time you guys played, it was an absolute sting fest. So we're gonna dissect. We're gonna do a quick preview, snapshot style, and then last but not least, we are going to run through Game Week 26. So right now, stay wherever you are. There is a brand new feature whereby you guys can call in. You can leave us a voice note. You can call us directly. Of course, if you're local and if you're worried that you might incur extra overseas charge. If you're outside of Singapore, we know we got a couple of Malaysian buddies right now watching us. You can actually WhatsApp call us. All those methods will be accepted. So before we go on blabbering more nonsensical stuff, this is the big focus. We shall see you in 30 seconds time. Let's go.
Never gonna make it. You're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable. You're irresponsible. Too many obstacles. You gotta stop it, though. You gotta take it slow. You can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven. There's no way that you make it.
Welcome once again to the greatest show on the planet.
The big focus. All right, so let's go. Let's cut the chase. We've got a lot to go through right now, Joe. Let's
Yep.
introduce the
Let's
first
go.
guest first. Again, because of him, the league has been spoiled. Because of his team right now, the
Yes.
league is rigged. And if we can all sign a petition to get his team out, I think we will all do it in unison. We
No,
will
no,
not-
I think don't, bro. I think we just
No.
keep him there. The thing is because they always feel that they're wrapping up the season, but they are not gonna wrap up this season.
Okay, so
No.
let's bring him. Let's bring
Let's
him. Of
bring him
course,
back first.
He will usually have another idea. He usually will come back with a counter of
Yep.
one game at a time. So let's
One
bring on
game at
the
a time.
One game at a time, man. Mr.
go.
Haizam.
One game at a time.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? What's up, the Big Focus Nation, brothers?
Hey, Haizam.
Yes, this is
What do,
yo.
you, what do you make of the brand new intro?
Power lah.
Oh,
Super.
all right. Big up to Jay Sean, man. Big up to Jay Sean, the
Sean,
guy.
Nice
Jay
one.
Sean. Yeah,
Thanks,
he's
brother, for the
responsible.
intro.
Responsible. Wait, what caught your eyes for the brand new intro? Any scenes in particular?
Of course, the city celebration lah.
Okay. Forget I even asked. Forget I even asked.
You asking
Uh.
me? Like, I'm sure it's gonna be biased.
Wait, is that a viable scenario again this season? Come on, say it. We want to hear from
Say
you.
it.
Jinx it.
Say it.
One
Come on.
game at a time. One game at a time. Do you say my name? Do you see the thing there?
You're bullshit, man. You're bullshit. You always do this.
You go and you log out, relog in. Haizam the
Yeah.
bullshit man. Go. Relog in.
We can actually change the name for him, no?
Okay, Joe. So Haizam is here. If Haizam is here, you know for sure it's going to be a thrilling ride for us. But then again,
Yep.
it's only completed. All right, the whole set
One more.
only will be completed if we get the lion himself from Hall End.
Yes.
Last week he came in, he was like Bret Hart, bro. You know,
Brett-
like Bret Hart, the kind of costume he had on him, Bret Hart kind of setting. But today he's more covered up, he's more modest. So we are
Yep.
going to bring him in, our brand new Oracle, Devon. We are
gonna lose.
What's up? What up, you guys? What up?
Devon,
How's
explain,
things? Yes,
explain your name. Why Devon? We are going to
Why?
lose for money. Another reverse psychological cut on the plate right now for us.
No. What did I say last week before we ended? We're gonna lose. We lost.
We're gonna, okay, and,
Nah,
and was it
not
a
buying
surprise?
this.
Was it comprehensive enough for you?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I totally expected it. I watched the first half. No, the first 15 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna lose.
Yeah, you did.
Shut off the team. Yeah.
Fair play. And also, I just want to ask you the same question that I actually asked Haizam. The intro, the brand new intro, what caught your eyes? Was there a particular scene that got
Yes.
you all clapping? Alan Pardew.
Nah, you know that really shot, the deflected shot from Ogbonna that went in?
Okay.
Mas
Ah.
Fabianski, that one.
Why are we so selective? Why can't we say other stuff apart from our own club, Joe? Too club-centric.
Can't help it.
Too club-centric.
Yep.
But then, Joe, we also have a special guest today. Right? We went on a big search. We
Oh,
even
yes.
placed a public warrant, you know. We wanted a
We
Liverpool fan.
wanted someone, yeah. But the thing is, this time, at this
Uh-huh.
day, they were all, I don't know, they can't make it. I don't know why they can't make it.
It's not only us, you know, that's actually suffering from this issue. I read a couple of comments as well on Facebook. Many of them have actually gone hiding, and there are a couple of other channels who are looking for Liverpool fans as well.
Mhm.
To no avail. To no avail, bro. They are not
Yeah.
getting any luck finding them. So maybe Liverpool fans right now who are actually watching us live, we want to hear from you, man. Where have you been hiding? Is there a good spot that you want to share? I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I
man.
probably need a secret hideout, right? So
Is
maybe
there
you
a
want to share
new
with us.
beer place or some whiskey place that me and Deepan and Ansho off? Please, guys, tell us.
I think
We
it's
want to know,
called
man.
the cave-in.
The case. I've heard of something
Wait,
that comes with
but
the inn.
But there is such thing as the cave, right, in Singapore. The one in
No, it's-
Bukit Timah.
it's
no,
Caven.
there's Caven.
It's
Caven.
Caven.
Yeah.
Right.
But
very
it could have changed into Kevin though. You never
Yeah.
know.
They should.
I haven't heard of the place being so much like here now. Never know.
All right, well, let's go, Joe. Let's bring on our next guest. So we've got rejected about 65 times, right? We got 65 Liverpool fans on the list. All
all
of them,
65
all of a
rejected.
sudden,
Yeah.
blatantly
But-
texted us at the very last minute.
This
They can't make it.
person
Uh-huh.
walked into us.
Oh,
Remember?
he did.
This
Oh, yeah,
person
he did.
walked into us and said, I want a feature, guys. I want a
He
feature
surrendered.
today.
He surrendered
Yes.
himself. He surrendered
He
himself.
surrendered himself.
So if we were in the context of Japanese occupation, he's considered a comfort woman.
Yep.
He surrendered himself to us. All right. So fresh meat. All right. Off the boat, we've got. This is okay, guys. I know you have seen him before, but this is not a brand new Liverpool. This is a brand new Liverpool guy. Because right now we brought in a rugby fan instead. We brought in a rugby fan. So there you go. Syed, he lose every week. What's up, buddy? What's up?
We lose every week. We lose every week. You're nothing special. We lose every week.
That's his poking the can.
You know why you guys cannot find the Liverpool fans, no?
Why?
You've been searching in the wrong part of FB, bro. You all should go to the Cage review page, bro.
I'm out of this, guys. I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this thread.
I'm not coming to this.
I'm leaving this thread.
Are we going straight for the throat?
Are we going
I'm
straight to
going
this?
straight for the throat, man. I mean, it's
And-
a disgrace.
and
It's
we
a
decided
disgrace
to
for
actually-
them to this cancel culture, man. It's
and
fucked up, bro. It's fucked up.
and to think that I even actually preempt you guys, gave you all the data.
Not to say this. Yeah.
Not to say the name.
Not to state the name.
Come up from
Not to
Liverpool
come
guys.
out of this, because we were going to talk about other things first and then come to this, slowly dive into this, and we got here in and just like boom.
There you go, hardcore setting. All right, but then again, since Faris have already mentioned of the topical discussion that we are about to embark on, it's a small one, a really minute one. Haizam is our brand new timekeeper, Haizam. So just make sure, just make sure that we don't go above 3 minutes, because right now we don't want to give enough coverage. We don't want to give a lot of coverage because
Please,
they have been
Haizam.
getting a lot. Okay, but then as usual, Joe, before we start proper couple of really formality that we have to go through, as usual, these are our socials. Our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also we are now on
Smash that
TikTok
subscribe button.
and also Twitch, man. Come on, it's free of charge. Please, right now we have this goal. It's our road to 1K for Facebook, or rather not
Yeah.
Facebook, it's rather YouTube. Right
Instagram.
now we are no, even Instagram and even also YouTube, right, Joe? Because right now we
Yep.
are hovering at around just about 500. So it
Yeah.
will be really, really great, man.
We
if
need
can
to get that other 500, guys. So
All
we're
the way.
just asking you guys, all you got to do is click on the YouTube app,
Yep.
go on and type Napshot Studios, come on top.
There you
This
go.
logo will appear.
There
Click
you
on
go.
it. At the right, you'll see the subscribe button. Click on it. That's it. Same goes for Instagram, guys. Type Napshot Studio. This icon comes in. Click on it. Click follow. You guys will get to know lots of Insta stuff, transfer news, things about TikTok as well. So please do subscribe and follow us on
Please do
Instagram.
subscribe to us. Yes, it's free of charge anyway. All right. So what you guys are waiting for right now? So Joe, brand new
Yep.
feature. I know many of us have,
Oh.
many of our fans actually have been DMing us, asking us,
Yes.
what's this feature about? Right now, guys, I'm gonna keep this down below. Right now, it will be running throughout the whole show. You can call in that number 82012850. That's the number for you to call in. All right. You can do so via WhatsApp. You can do so via a WhatsApp call as well. And then you can also even leave us a voice note. Yeah, there you go, Devon. Kring kring. Call
Kring,
me.
kring.
Bring it in, guys. Bring
Call
it in,
me.
guys. Bring it in.
Call me. All right. So just bring it in. Whatever piece that you have for us. Please don't be ashamed. Don't be shy about it. As you know, right now there's no prejudice in this current forum that we have right now. There is no room for prejudice. I'm not even going to go with racism. That's a bit of cliche. But come on, right off the bat, I want to start off with whatever Farid made mention of. Let's not mention the name of the organization, shall we? Let's leave that aside. But then again,
Dude, guys, disclaimer: do not mention the name. Faris, it's for you again. Do not mention that. All right.
and then-
He's even listening. Look at his face.
and also another disclaimer.
Kandang.
The kandang, right? The kandang. So we also want to place a big disclaimer and caveat that we as a company, Napshot Studio, in no way, shape, or form, we are related to them. We are not. We are not at all. All right. But we just want to speak about it because right now he has been
hilarious.
making hit wave, man. Really big waves in social media, especially the local context that is, about a particular promotion that was done in a really distasteful manner. But of course, without any
Promotion? Promotion? You mean discount? I thought we
Discount, bro.
love discounts.
I thought so too. Only when
Please.
it worked for us. So
What is the
so-
discount about?
So let me give you just go through this whole rigmarole of all this event, right? So the discount was being created, all right? That was supposed to entice people to actually come on board and play, especially during this pandemic period. Business are right now not blossoming. So they thought that it would be great that they actually do so and maybe just tickle that a bit of sense of humor. Obviously, that didn't go well with many of the fan base in Singapore, or maybe one fan base, but a small segment of them. So right now
Yeah.
we can probably connect the dots. You definitely know, all right, which stuff that I'm talking about right now. People are not happy. It's completely vile, man. The reaction, everybody right now is up in arms. And if right now we go through the purge, I'm very sure I know where these people be heading to. They'll be heading to Kalang.
The green line.
That's why Syed said that earlier.
So of course the place is located in Kalang. So right now we Singapore suddenly overnight turn wild west, lawless. You can do anything you want. I can very sure see a lot of trail coming into that
Oh,
one place in Singapore.
definitely.
Everybody will be flocking that place, but they all be donning red lah. So we start off with Diban, you've heard of the story.
Of course.
You come on, I want to hear your piece, man. Of course it was meant as a peace stake, right? But where do you stand on this? From the consumer end, that could be seen as, again, like I say, a major piece stake. But from the company itself, hey, a piece of humor. Come on, man, you need that humor injection. Why not?
Absolutely. You think about it, right? I read what they posted out. It was just for the laughs, the banter. If you can't take banter, then then don't be around. And also to add on, when a certain team lost to this particular team, a certain company was giving fish curry with prata for free.
Whoa. Wait, what curry?
Prata with fish curry.
Did I hear fish curry?
Yes, absolutely. Fish curry.
They give free fish curry, huh?
Free. 3 fish curry some more. Because that was a
Even
small line.
is actually fish head curry.
Oh, fish head curry.
Fish
Oh,
head
man.
curry, yeah.
Oh, man, you look at that
That's a
fish
big
head.
difference, bro. That's a big difference.
Yeah, of course. If fish head, man. Fish head curry.
Fish head curry.
And that was all laughs, and it was all on social media, and all this particular group of red donning guys were posting it all on social, saying like, ha ha ha, I went to get my free fish head curry. But then when it comes to this, they are blowing their top off. Like, seriously. Look at the room.
Get a room. Yeah, there you go. From Diban, as usual. Does not mean his words at all. So you get it straight from him. That's what I mentioned, right? This show might not be for everybody. So right now, if you're triggered by now,
It's not for the weak-hearted.
Yeah, if you're triggered by now, look away. All right, Haizam.
Look, wait.
Haizam.
Get out.
One game at a time.
We gotta put for ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Haizam, one game at a time.
Come on.
Dance a bit, Haizam, before you do your entrance.
Haizam. Yeah, I know there's a lot of pent-up frustration, but let's be fair and objective right now. I know you are. Of course, it's all jokes and banters with us. But then again, you look at the current story right now that's making waves in social media. I'm reading, and for the life of me, I really cannot comprehend, man. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not affected. That's why. But then again, if you look from a professional standpoint, that was a marketing that it was supposed to entice people to come over. Yes, it was done distastefully, but then again, it wasn't done in bad faith. Haizam?
It's all fun and laughter.
Come on, people, loosen up. You guys want to banter. You guys want to, you obviously what that organization did was a joke. Was just for shits and giggles. For lack of a better word. But why that set of fans are triggered? To the point that they are flooding that organization page to the point that that they had to switch off the reviews because look at it this way. You want to talk shit. Just be prepared when the shit gets back to you. I think that that's the reality of it. I mean, Jamie Vardy says it best. Chat shit
got bags.
That shit got back. The thing is that as a football fan, if you are really a football fan, if you really want to banter, you want to talk shit about the rivals, just be prepared when the ball is thrown back to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel logical. For those set of fans to actually just gang up and then just talk. Like as if that the organization just murdered someone. It's done on a fun basis. Nobody got killed.
Nobody. For now.
Got killed. Like, for what? For why is everyone on that set of fans are getting triggered? Like just turn the other cheek. You don't have to stir shit. Saying that they're a bad organization. Come on, let's face it. I mean, I saw one. Talking about they are not the only organization that organize indoor football. For that matter. Then make do
Let's keep
with your
along.
words.
Let's keep along. Yeah.
Then go ahead and go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Don't have to talk so much about wanting to not support it, because at the end of the day, one person one person don't don't destroy the company. I think that the organization is trying to make light of the situation.
They did, yeah, of course. And you know what, right, Joe and guys, Haizam as well. This organization, they are one of the pioneers in Singapore, right? When it comes to futsal pitch vendor
Yes,
or management.
very.
They went through the biggest storm, all right, in any from an economical standpoint, they have went through the biggest storm, which was the COVID situation, the lockdown and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just because a group of people wants to gang up against them, that's not going to suddenly rock their boat, and make them sink like Titanic. It's not going to happen because they went through even tougher shit than that. So just because a few like-minded people thought that it would be cool to gang up against them because it does not fit their agenda, that does not make them just go back home, cry under their bed, and they say, we probably want to wind up, just want to wind up the business because a couple of people are not happy with us. I don't think that's how they work, and I don't think
in fact, this will give them a good marketing strategy to actually come out even stronger. To be very honest,
even more.
Yeah, even more. I think they're going to be on a winning end with this, and some other people are going to go home.
Great point.
Cancel culture is such a hot topic these days everywhere. So I think this was used unnecessarily.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so we've heard from both Haizam, Joe, and also Devan. That's really nice of them. But then again, I think it's only right that we hear from the guy himself, the guy who was supposed to be affected. But then again, because of the pervasive nature right now, when it comes to cancelling out each other, especially on the net, he got sucked into the mire as well. He got sucked into the quicksand, and he nearly got cancelled online. Luckily, we gave him that rope. We offered him that rope and said, "Hey, bro, stop it, lah. Just forget it. Just drop it and just get out. Get out of the quicksand." But Faris, we want to hear from you, man. Aren't you the least affected? And also, again, I wanna just make it slightly more exciting right now. I'm the business guy right now. Okay, so I'm the one dishing out that promo. Maybe among us we have probably just fine balance everything out and say, hey, do you think this is good enough for us to pull it out? I'm very sure they have they've gone through a deliberate method of thinking, a thought process where everybody say that, okay, I think this is okay, it's good enough for us to throw this off the park, and I don't think it will actually anger anybody for that matter, let alone a group of people who are really, really again up in arms. Faris, I really want to hear from you, man. Is it really called for those kind of reaction, or do you think that it was a complete PR and marketing mare from that company?
I think for the company, there's no bad time to do marketing. That's what I feel. But it's a bad time because Liverpool is in shit right now.
Yep.
They are in shit right now. So we lose every week. So and furthermore, but the thing I'm disgusted with is that these fans, I was there firsthand, man, receiving it. They were linking up this marketing strategy to disrespecting Klopp by losing his family, blah, 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 all this bullshit. Come on lah. If you want to buy diapers, you tell us. The CDC voucher we get, we can help you to buy diapers.
Okay, and why would they need diapers?
Because they are crybabies. They are crybabies. These adults need diapers, bro.
Okay.
But what?
Bullshit. I'm just disgusted by this, bro.
Okay, but you are disgusted, but some fans feel that actually this is actually mocking them, like because Klopp lost his mother,
so it is
Alisson lost his father.
How is this mocking?
So Faris, I just want to ask this, Faris. So are we not gonna are we not allowed to make fun of Facebook? Because I saw a Facebook post as well that come out and said that no, we gotta apologize to Liverpool fans. We can't mock them. We can't make fun of them
but apparently,
because they are going through a crisis.
Okay, apparently I'm in Singapore's a lot of Liverpool fan group. Okay, forums and whatnot. Apparently, only one that is making a lot of noise.
Okay,
and it's filled with uncles.
Oh,
uncle!
My God. Uncle, they 30 years they never won the title. You become title, you won the title only cannot kena already. Pala buto
Shots fired!
You know what's the irony here? Is that Faris is the one saying it.
Yeah, of course. That's why we gotta leave the floor to him, right?
Yeah.
Because he adds a bit of context and relevance.
Stupid. I mean, you give shit a lot. Okay, it's a close group, all right? It's a close group. I saw them giving shit a lot to United fans, to City fans, to Arsenal fans, to Chelsea fans, and whatnot. Sekali you kena a bit, only your butt hurt, then you don't have Vaseline, you cry like baby. Bodoh lah.
I thought Vaseline was supposed to be applied on the lips.
But
Anyway,
these days they use it differently.
On-
They
on
use
a
it differently
positive
sometimes.
note- On a positive note,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't alone. That's
Oh,
a
you
good thing
weren't.
to see.
You went, yeah. You
All right, that's a good thing.
I wasn't.
So wait.
So, thank God there are still sensible, Liverpool fans out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And
good.
this cancelling culture is stupid, bro. It's just stupid.
It is, of course.
It
of course.
is.
No, actually, what Faris, the point he brought up, where they were saying that we need to apologize to Liverpool fans because Klopp lost his mum,
No,
Alisson lost. I mean, we've all due respect, condolences to them. You guys said that earlier, but come on, lah. I mean, you can't use this as a
Well,
platform, as a
you
reason.
can't demand an
Yeah.
apology, man.
Come on,
right?
it's BS. Yeah.
True.
No, I think it's not. I think it's not more. It's not more about the apology, but it's more about making fun of them. Like you can't make fun of them right now. They are like glass right now. No, it's look. I can't do this. We no. There's a mirror here whereby you don't make fun of me because we have gone through shit. We just won the title last season and we're not in a good shape. So don't make fun of us. Come on.
That's
what
absolute
is
bollocks.
this?
That's absolute
What is
bollocks,
this?
bro. They're absolute bollocks.
True. And I was reading
Yeah.
a lot of the social commentaries, right? A lot of them are just bunch of rhetorics and hot air. It does not make sense. They are coming out with cuts like, Klopp lost his mum. The team is not doing well. It's being riddled with a lot of injuries. How is that has any remote correlation to what the marketing stunt is? It has zero correlation. It has zero
Nothing.
correlation, nothing at all. But then again, this is how I can conclude, all right, again, from a more impartial standpoint. Again, we all can agree, all right, there is lesson 101 on how not to destroy your company's status and image overnight. That is lesson 101, how you should not do it. Because as much as we say that, again, it was done in good faith, a bit of banter, comedic relief, humor injection, you shouldn't
So you
do
know
that.
what I feel, bro? You know what I feel?
Mhm.
I feel that these fans that can't take a banter, they were missing for 30 years. And when Liverpool won the league, they came back. And when they came back to the internet and they saw this kind of bullshit, they go
They cannot
haywire,
take
they go
it
crazy.
because champions win
Yeah.
already, Mau. Win
Yeah.
one time already. Yeah.
No, I don't think the particular organization made any mistake. I don't see why they should be regretting their decision or be remorseful, because this was all done in pure banter. They did not bring up any personal issues for
Yeah.
the Liverpool
Yeah, I mean,
players
look,
or
in that respect, right? I think the only when I mentioned that it was a complete man, it's not about just the genesis of that whole idea of just taking a piece at Liverpool, trying to lighten up the mood. But what I'm mentioning about is their recovery act, their service recovery, because they did not do anything. They did not. They set back. They set back. At the end of the day, you're still a money making business, right? You want
I
to
think they're still
protect.
laughing, bro. They
You
haven't
see-
stopped.
you see-
No, but I don't think so. They lose out anything. I don't think so. They lose out a lot.
Yeah, but can you?
Nah,
But
they-
can
they
you
didn't lose
imagine?
anything,
Can you imagine in the eye of public if they come out in full force and then they show a bit of sincerity? They are being genuine in terms of their apology, and they come up with something brilliant just to counter this current
No,
flame. They
no.
they will be seen as heroes.
Nah.
People will say that, hey,
No,
I
bro, they
don't
will
think
be
so,
seen as
bro.
weaklings.
They
bro.
will
They'll be
seen
seen as
as
weaklings,
cowardly
Yeah,
apologetic.
because we
You
can
know,
use them, yeah. Because
Like
we
how
can
we use
them.
you love to use this name, apologetic. They will become apologetics. That's it. For
Okay.
no,
people will
it's
then start
baller.
saying that these guys made the
baller.
mistake. They realized, I don't
Yeah.
think this organization made a mistake. They
I don't think so.
probably knew well aware that they're doing this. They're going to invoke a reaction, but it's going to be it's going to be a publicity. Any publicity, good or bad, is a publicity for them. So
Yeah.
coming out to amend what they did is going to just backfire on them.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to throw it back to you. If it's now like a 50% off, and they say Arsenal can't
Arsenal
make
shit.
it. Arsenal shit.
shit.
Let's go. Arsenal shit.
I
No,
will-
Ole
I will call
shit.
them.
I will
call them
definitely
because-
call my friends. I'll get 8 fellas. I say, hey, Buto, I got 50% discount. Let's go now. All right. Or they say, if anybody would wear a United jersey, you get bloody 100% discount. All right. I will go.
But-
Definitely
but
go.
then but then again, you go in. You go in. You have to take out your United jersey and place it on the floor. Would you do that? Place it
Place it on the floor and do what?
and just at the entrance, so that when people walk in, they will step on it.
Okay, you give me 1 week free. You get me 1 week free to do that.
100%.
1 week free, 100%. Okay.
there you
For
go.
me, it's simple. It's simple.
That's how
It's just a shirt for me that I wear it now. All right. Sometimes you just got to take it away from banter, fun, and laughter. All right,
True.
this shirt has not paid you anything. This shirt don't
Yeah.
freaking pay your rice bowl. Understand? All right, is
That's
that a shirt, guys? Come on. All right.
So, all right. So I think, but with that said, we gotta cut this off because the further we go,
Before
the
we get
further.
cancelled.
Yeah,
I
the
think we're
further
gonna get cancelled.
yes, the further we dabble into this, the more chances we have to be cancelled.
Next time we'll be getting reviews.
Okay. All right. I don't have.
Hey,
I've already
An,
turned off.
the timekeeper has said it. The timekeeper has said it.
We are
Time's
on
up.
time.
Time's
Okay.
up. We
So
gotta
let's
wrap it
go
up.
to the first agenda before we do so. Thank you so much, guys. Those of you who are still watching us, maybe they might be scratching their head. What are these people blabbering about? Go on to social media. All right.
You
Just
will find it.
you will find it. You will find it.
You will find
Facebook.
it. You will
You go
find
to
it.
Facebook,
Go to
you will find
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. All right, the boomer town. Okay, so we've got Muhammad, Rian. Sup, guys? Hey, there you go. Rain or shine. Okay, Mourinho in or Mourinho out. Win or draw, lose. This guy is always here. All right, big up, man. Big up. And then we've got Jay Sean. What's up, boys? Jay, thank you
What's
so
up?
much, Jay. What a sick intro, bro. What a sick intro.
Yeah, man.
Again, just alluding to what we made mention of earlier on. Deepest condolences to Allison. Again, all prayers, man. All prayers and power goes to you and your family, Allison. Good evening, Napshot Nation.
Azmil is back.
Azmil is back.
Azmil is back.
All right, can't really say which teams specifically are suffering from no fans. I think every team is suffering in one way or another. You gotta hang on because that will be a big part of today's conversation as
Yep.
well. And then Joe, look, who do we have right now?
Hey, Ridwan Anthony Marcel. You're always missing in games, but you never fail to watch our shows. I
He is
respect you
Jarul.
for that, bro.
He is Jarul and Ashanti. I'm not
Yeah,
always
man.
there when you call. Always on time.
He's always calling me. He's always calling me, bro. I want to get on show, man. I want to get on show, but yeah, Ridwan, you will get your chance, man. No worries.
love the introduction. Right, that's good. Yes, La Faris. It's good to see Faris back on Big Focus. K Manish, Olivier Giroud. We will speak about him later on. Okay. What do you think about Tuchel so far? I think of nothing, man. I think when Lambs got on the job as well, he went 17 games unbeaten, and look where he is right now.
I've got to tell Manish something. Manish, you can WhatsApp me, but your time is until 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. After that, you message me. I'm going to block you, my friend. All right? I'm going to block the shit out of you.
Are you speaking about Springleaf? I don't know. We have not mentioned him. We have not mentioned him.
I don't know. If you want to know, you just got to rewind back the show. I think
Yes,
a
yes,
certain
yes.
someone mentioned it.
Good evening, Mr.
Mr.
El Ghazi. Apa ni? Anwar El Ghazi.
Anwar Al Ghazi.
Ain't nobody like El
Al
Ghazi.
Ghazi is a Villa
Ain't
player,
nobody
right?
like El Ghazi.
I don't mind though. I don't mind El Ghazi. Quite a helpful player to have when you need the injection of pace. Everything gets made fun of. There you go. And last but not least, Mohammad Haslam. Some Liverpool fans can't take banters. Fact.
Yep.
With that,
Maybe.
let's leave it aside. Let's move on to more pertinent issue. The more serious stuff, okay? All right. There's nothing that's not serious. That is a bit of an appetizer for us. All right, main dish. Let's go. Come in.
Let's
There you
go.
Let me
Dive
just
into
remove
it.
this. The ultimate fall from grace, Joe. The ultimate fall from
Ooh.
grace. I don't think
Ultimate.
I don't think that's us stretching the issue, saying that it is in fact the ultimate fall from grace. But I wanna listen from you, Joe, first. Your legend, your very own legend. A legend that Haizam will despise his mere existence by the name of Roy Keane. Right? He shares no love for Roy Keane. But Roy Keane made mention of this. It wasn't this week, but it was it last week when Liverpool lost to Everton? He said that to Leicester, in fact. He said
Leicester,
that,
bad champions.
Liverpool must be the worst defending champions in history. That is definitely tongue in cheek coming from a United boy himself. But what do you make of that statement? Was it overly too bold, or was that again just a cheeky punch below the belt from Roy Keane?
All right, I'm going to be utterly plain and I'm just going to go on. I think they are the worst defending champions you can ever feel. Why? Because you had the money, you had everything in your in your department. You had the best manager, you had the best players, you had everything best. Because any player you buy in that summer before the season started will walk into your team. They will definitely want to come. Liverpool, at that point of time, any player was waiting to be called on. I think don't get me wrong, Deepan. Even if Liverpool were to go for Jack Grealish, I think Jack would have said, okay, let's go. Liverpool at that point of time, yes, fair enough. Because Jurgen Klopp at that point of time was the best manager, and he will get the best out of any player. So everyone will go, fan. But they did not spend. I don't know why. Because Klopp thought he could stay with that team. So if he had such confidence with that team, he should have, something should have happened. And like what Roy Keane mentioned, he would have thought actually injuries would come. It's unlikely, right? Any manager would have think, no, my players are going to go injuries free.
Yeah.
It can't be. You definitely need some kind of replacement. But no, he did not get that. Yes, he went out to get Thiago. I think in January he went to get in Thiago in. He get to Diogo Jota in, and he get a few other players in, and then he get a couple of defenders in Jan as well. But is that enough? Is that enough for them to propel through the entire string? And also, even if he got the defenders in, I just feel these defenders that he bought is like panic buy. Just like how United bought VDB. I just feel it's like a panic buy. Just to silence the fan base and say, look, we have bought someone. We have bought something. We are going to rectify it. We are on the move. All right. Yes, people come and tell me, yada yada about not being bad champions and all. But look at it, guys. City won the season. City won one season. The next season in the summer, they invest. United won the summer. They invest. Even teams like Aston Villa, who almost got relegated, and that summer they invest. And look at where Villa is right now. Even Arsenal, they invest as well. Despite not having good seasons after season, but they still invest. They still invest on players.
They did.
But then Liverpool, in the end, they did not invest. For me, their only issue was they did not invest in new players and new signing, and thought the current crowd of players will be winning back-to-back titles, throughout three-peat, whatever you name it. I think that was the wrong thinking to do. They should have invested. That is the biggest mistake. But I feel yes, injuries hit. But guys, is Liverpool you're talking about the biggest club in England? You're gonna tell me that after winning one time you're just gonna falter? No, you need to keep up that. They were saying that they knocked us out at our freaking perch.
Yeah.
So if you want to say that, you need to back it up. You need to back it up. Ferguson did it. We backed it up, but they did not back it up. No.
And Niben, I want to go to you, right? Faris, you just hang on because I will always give the floor over to you, the last one. You will always be the last one in the queue, right? But then, Niben, is it absolutely criminal of FSG, their board, to be resting on their laurels? Because why? Klopp has shown enough that he can actually make it through a season unscathed. He has done it again and again and again. And this season alone, they bought him that much needed backup in Diogo Jota, and he hit the ground running almost immediately, right? And then they also bought another midfielder. He was supposed to be the class act. He was supposed to be the guy that defines the difference between a champion.
Can you say your favorite word? Creme de la creme.
The creme de la
the
creme.
creme de la creme of Liverpool. It's midfield.
Because for really, really long, there's a lot of conversation going around, right? A lot of whispers in social media saying that Liverpool, they don't sign world-class players. They always make one. They don't buy off the shelf. But then they completely rebut that notion, and they bought in Thiago Alcantara. Another addition. And now that the house is suddenly on fire, is it fair that we suddenly look at FSG and say that, hey, that was not enough, man. That was not enough. You should have known from the start. Is it fair on them?
No, I don't think you should blame FSG, because I've wanted to state this point when Joe was talking earlier. Yes, they bought in Jota, they bought in Thiago, right? They managed to maybe you can say strengthen their bench, or even the starting 11 from that perspective. But what they did not do was to buy backup defenders who could step in when the injuries hit. I mean, talk about Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, their first choice centre back, right? Both went off, injured early on in the season, and they had to use a makeshift midfielders, in the defense. Naby Keita was also injured. Matip was also injured. Yeah. So I think it is the onus is on Klopp, or rather, it is on Klopp, not FSG, because Klopp should have said, I am lacking players in this department. I need the players, and then I'm sure FSG would have spent, because FSG has backed Klopp all these years. From the time when he took over in 2015 to now, I think he has backed him up with players. So I think he would have done it if Klopp. If what I think in Liverpool, I don't know. Do they have a sporting director?
They do. Michael Edwards.
He could have done that as well. So I think where they went wrong is they thought they could rest on their laurels and make it through another season, but I think it
Yeah.
backfired on them.
Okay, fair enough. Good one. So Deban is going slightly left, Joe. This is not on FSG, of course.
Yeah.
Right now, Liverpool fan base, they are split right down in the middle because a
Oof.
lot of them
Okay.
are FSG out right now. Suddenly, there's an epiphany. They have just received
Yeah.
a brand new epiphany. The light has finally arrived. The
But
FSG,
the thing is, I won't blame
money.
them. I mean, we're in the same situation, American owners. I
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
why
we all are.
FSG
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We
But then,
understand why FSG out. Yeah, but
True.
there should be a hidden meaning. There's another meaning to, not just FSG out. There's a whole lot other thing as well.
okay. And Haizam, right now, you have seen this whole situation unraveling itself for yourself. Even last season, right? Laporte went out, and then you had to use Fernandinho. That didn't work out to a T, so you know for sure what Liverpool are going through right now. Do you cut a small slice of empathy right now for Klopp or even Liverpool for that matter? Because look, I saw this Facebook post. It kind of makes sense to me. They were doing a like for like comparison. They mentioned that
Yep.
right now City will have not stormed past the league if they had Gundogan out. Or rather, oh no, they did this straight comparison. Can you imagine Ike Gundogan and Fernandinho playing at the back instead of Ruben Diaz and also Laporte or John Stones for that matter? Because right now, this is the current scenario for Liverpool that they have to make use, or rather, they have to start up with their makeshift defenders, and these both of them are natural midfielders. They said that even Man City, even for all the greatness that we speak about, Pep and also Man City, they cannot sustain a Premiership hunt when you are playing with two midfielders right at the back. Where do you go on this, Aizam?
I'm sorry, it's a lame excuse, really, really. To be honest with you, the excuses that comes out, it's really ridiculous. Because if you look at it, right, like last season, when Liverpool won the title, City had the major injuries, but we were second. Don't forget about it. We still put up a fight.
Good point.
So the thing is, right now, is that Liverpool, won, for all the talk of being the champions of the world, the Club World Cup, UEFA Champions League and all that, they took a gamble by not enforcing, by not strengthening the team. Like I think Pep mentioned it. Like even Ferguson, I think Ferguson know that if you want to compete in all four or six, all the titles that are available, right, you will have to have a second team in that sense. Players that in a way like for like replacement if any injuries come in place. But by the looks of it, right, like Liverpool didn't even think about like, hey, is there a reliable backup for Van Dijk or Joe Gomez for that matter? They focus on Thiago. There was so much hype about Thiago. I remember like people saying, oh, Thiago will bring a whole dimension of how Liverpool is going to be.
Yeah.
And look where he is right now.
Yep.
And then I thought Diogo Jota, buying Diogo Jota was quite questionable in a sense. Like where does he fit in the Liverpool attacking? Is it a like for Sani? No, for Sadio Mane? Is it like for Salah? Is it like for Firmino? And then they bought Minamoto. Is it? Was it last
Minamino.
season?
Ajinomoto.
Ajinomoto. Yeah.
Buto lah. Buto Haji. Minamisoto lah Buto.
Mini mini mo lah.
So the thing is, I don't get it. You don't get a reliable replacement and then trying to fight for all fronts, and then when shit happens this season, you guys are not even putting up a good fight. You're blaming every single thing. You're blaming this, you're blaming that. Like, come on, like last season City lost Laporte. We didn't have a leadership replacement in company, and we still fight for second. So what kind of excuse is it? Is that, I mean, I'm not buying it, and to be honest with you, I have no sympathy with the fact that last season, when they were at the top of the world, right, they were like talking like, oh, we are the biggest club in the world, like we're talking this, and then now that you realize that you're shit, just accept the fact that you guys took a gamble, Klopp took a gamble, and you guys backfire. So what now? Let's face it, Roy. I mean, I don't hate Roy Keane as per se, because I think Roy Keane is that old school kind of player. But what he said is correct. Liverpool is the worst defending champion. Bar none. Period. I'm not gonna say it. You can even say, for a biggest club in the world, and you guys can't even be challenging and blaming this, blaming that. Like, come on, get a life,
Oof. Wow.
I'm
Joe,
perspiring.
Spicy.
Joe, that was
Hot,
kept inside for at least 1.5 seasons. I can compare,
Oh.
I can compare that situation, as a
Big
young
time.
boy who got enlisted into army and he was being told that he can't go home for 2 weeks and you cannot do anything naughty in the toilet because that means that's extra. That's
Zam, how long
extra,
you kept this in,
extra
Zam?
weekend.
How long you get this
Bro,
in?
Yeah.
it's not about keeping lah. It's just the fact that like, this season all the excuses are coming out. See on social media. People saying this, people that. Then they were talking about like, come on lah. You guys are doing bad. Just say you guys are doing bad. Don't give up excuses lah.
Okay.
Don't compare like for City and no Liverpool, and don't say it's because of luck lah.
All right. So,
Really.
alluding to that, alright, Daniel Kassim mentioned that luck is not on Liverpool's side this season with so many injuries, and the mentality is not there. I want to stop at mentality because Faris, you're a Liverpool fan. You're very very sure of this. Again, mentality monster. That is one of the tagline that you guys keep rubbing it into many opponent faces.
Yep.
Right? We all know of that mentality monsters, but how come this season is mentality dwarf? There's nothing monstrous about the mentality. Everybody went into hidings, and I watch a lot of Liverpool. As you know, my wife is a big Liverpool fan, so right, I have to be put to a test every single week to watch Liverpool matches. And truth be told, last season they played really exciting football. I'm not gonna lie, man. Just because I'm an Arsenal fan,
Yep,
I'm gonna give them
definitely.
credit. They really played really good football. It was all blood and thunder. It was being played at a breakneck speed. And in all honest, and I think the best way to describe it, to sum it up, is what Jurgen always say. It's really hardcore, heavy metal kind of football, and that's what you got. That's what you got from Jurgen and his boys. But this season, they are really a poor imitation of their former self, and you could see there is a clear indication that a sign of surrender. They are not really fighting for the cause, and you can say that of a couple of players. I'm not pointing out. I'm just not going to single out players, but then you can see from the body language of certain players, they are probably telling themselves, "Look, this is end of the road, man. I'm not going to go any further." What do you make of the current situation? First of all, the mentality. What happened to Liverpool's monstrous mentality?
I mean, this all like what Haizam said. What do you call excuses? For me, it's you want to say excuses on your point. Okay, it's fine. But on my point, it's not. Injuries are not excuses at the moment because the only mistake Liverpool did was they don't spend big. All right.
Okay.
To be honest, when we got Jota, I was what? I was actually shocked because I thought we went in to get Adama Traore. That was the talk in the town,
True.
So when they got Jota, I was shocked. But then I think again, when you see, let's take a look at Alex Ferguson, right? For how many years, Joe, did he play the trio of Ronaldo, Tevez, and Rooney?
I think about
Two seasons, 3 seasons.
Two or
I
three
think
seasons.
three at
Yeah.
best.
So
Three
what
at best.
happened on the third or the fourth? Berbatov came in, another dimension. You remember? So I feel that that's the thing that he's trying to do. Okay, he's trying to push. He's going to tweak another dimension. And when he brings Thiago, yes, Thiago can bring a different dimension of football, but with Fabinho and Henderson playing alongside him. Okay, I believe that Thiago is a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. I really believe that if nobody is injured, Wijnaldum will not get as much game time as he is right now.
Yep.
All right, because we have Curtis Jones in the rise. Curtis Jones will take over his place.
Yeah.
Okay, and as for you see us dropping points, we don't press like how we do. Okay, because let me tell you this: we lost 3 of our centre backs. Okay, 3 of our main centre backs, right?
Yep.
And we have two youth centre backs. Not bad, but not decent. Not bad, but not good lah. It's in there lah.
Yeah.
But
50-50
Nat Phillips has shown. Nat Phillips has shown. But the question is, I just feel that I think that Klopp is not confident with his youth, and furthermore, without the pressing, without the presence of Van Dijk and Gomez at the back, Henderson and Fabinho in the midfield together with Thiago, the pressing is lesser. If you can see stats, this season Liverpool press lesser, a few percentage, and because of that, they can't defend from the top. You see, it's like a domino effect lah. You push one, everybody goes down. So that the mentality effect is because of the domino. I think is similar to the domino effect ah. One go down, everybody go down ah.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you say bad champions, right? When you say bad champions,
True.
How many points were we leading? 25th of February 2020.
You tell us what.
You don't,
17?
you don't get
Liverpool
you
had
don't get nothing
76
from points,
points.
man.
No.
You don't
I'm
get
just saying
points.
that you want to say that much, all right? Liverpool had 76 points.
So you want to go
Match
back to
day
the past then?
36.
You guys
No,
want to live in the
I'm
past?
not going back to the past.
Come on.
You're saying we are bad champions, all right?
Bad defending
Right now-
champions, Nabuto, not bad champions.
No.
Now,
I'm
as
saying
fan
bad
of Liverpool, you
champions.
still cannot hear. Never.
No, Man City got 49 points only, bro.
It's not about the points. I'm
Only
saying
59
bad
points.
defending champions. Defending
Last
champions,
season-
my friend.
Last season, Man City was second despite the injuries. It's because of their squad depth. Okay, I gotta give it to Pep. Pep is a good tactician. But where were the top six? You know what I mean?
Okay.
You guys understand?
No, you mentioned squad
Because
depth.
a lot of teams were bottling it last season. That's why
True.
Liverpool were running away the champion. You know,
Yeah.
That's why
and
Man City is still second. Right now, bro, you got West Ham fighting for it. You got Leicester. Man United is coming back from the grave. Chelsea. And then you got Everton fighting for it. Sialat. Aston Villa is also fighting for it, you know. You know what I mean? No? So the pressure is more this season. And because of, I think Liverpool went down because they are not prepared. That's the only thing. But to call them bad champions, I don't think so lah. The season is not over yet.
I think
You can only call someone bad champions after the season is over.
Go.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Faris has got a point. Faris got a point. But I think in terms of bad defending champions, I would say maybe not the word bad, but a bit more. They're not bad as of yet because we
Not
don't
the
know the
best,
season hasn't
not the
concluded.
best.
Not the
Yeah.
best. They're not the best. Definitely, they're not the
Yeah.
best defending champions.
Yep.
But to give the term bad defending champion, I think that can be only given at the end of the season to see where the points tally are.
I mean,
But-
we say bad
But
though.
but
Joaquin said
have
worse.
they? But have they lived up to the expectations from last season? No.
Okay.
Well,
Then they will say we are talking about the past though. I mean, come on, look at that. We did
Roy Keane
three-peat
is
and
a
all
big
this. And
pundit.
then they're going to say we are bad
It's the
champions.
media, bro. It's the media.
And then people say that we won in 2013 and then the next season we faltered. When we had a change of manager, what do you expect? But you guys didn't have a change of manager. You guys had the fact that you guys could have spent, you guys had done a lot of things. A lot of players could
that's
have
the only
walked
thing.
into the
I
game.
agree that we didn't spend. That's why we are in the situation we are in right now. We didn't spend that much.
Okay, maybe it's a
furthermore,
one-off. Maybe it's a
COVID
one-off.
effect, bro. It's a COVID. It's the COVID period, right now. The
Okay, now
whole
COVID
world, the
comes to
economy
play.
is going down. No. I'm just saying what. Everything is going out right now.
I love to
Correct or
trigger
not?
the shit out of Faris now.
but let's take a look at Azmi. Like he said, worst champions back. You don't know Leicester and Chelsea. But let's think about it. Leicester, right? The season they won the title, two of their players, their spine got actually practically taken away
So
from them.
now Liverpool is going to compare themselves with Leicester then. Guys, I'm out of this show,
You
man.
had Mahrez who went to City and Kante who went to Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea.
You know, so it is going to be a rebuilding process. I'm not too sure which season of Chelsea is talking about, but you can't compare that to Leicester or Chelsea because Liverpool had the same core of players. Like what Faris said, they did not well equip themselves. Like for myself, I think they should have bought more players in defense.
Of course.
Yeah.
Eh,
Especially defense,
They should have anticipated. They need look at City, right? Last season they were second because they had injuries to Laporte. What did they do this season? They bought Diaz
Ooh.
and Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake is not getting game time, but he's there. He's a
still in
defender.
City.
He's still in
Oh,
City.
he's still in City. Shit, I didn't even know he's still there. That's how bad it is.
But then, Diban, all right, based on that point alone, okay, let's leave investment aside. Let's leave investment aside because the thing is, at the end of the day, it's all presumptuous in nature. We are not privy to what happened behind closed door. We don't know whether Klopp actually
Yeah.
wanted certain players, and again, the
You
wish
never
list was not attended to. But we are pretty sure FSG did their part, investing in a couple of players, and these are not shabby players. They are really Premier League ready and proven players. But then again, I thought that the buck should actually stop with the manager as well. He should take a huge slice of the blame. Because why? All these years, right, we see Klopp and his disposition at the touchline. This really happy guy, just chest pumping, and he is Mr. Hugs and Kisses. Everybody calls him that. So the media hype him up as that guy, that Mr. Santa Claus. Everybody wants to play for Klopp because he's that guy, and it could have probably transpired into again, or rather transcend into the dressing room as well. And when you know for sure, we all are workers, right? We work for a certain boss, and when your boss is as such, it will rub off really, really well. But this season alone, Klopp went 360 with his character. You know for sure in many of his press conferences, he is more than ready to send many of the pressmen into the shredders. He was taking pot shots at again. I thought he was taking pot shots. Again, this was really subliminal towards FSG in some of his press conferences.
Yeah.
And
correct.
then also he was again. Look, he is a man out of sort. And there was one moment where he was tearing it into, was it Chamberlain or was it Trent? Again, I really can't remember that particular match, but he was tearing it up. And the whole, I know Don Hutchison mentioned in one of his podcasts, he mentioned that as a player, you don't want that to happen. It's easy for the noises to drown out those instructions when he's being barked at you. But when it's an empty stadium, you do that to a young boy,
Ooh,
his confidence will be shattered and smashed onto the floor.
definitely.
What do you think on right now, the figure himself, the main man himself, the man in the spotlight, Jurgen Klopp? Because a lot of adulation and praises has been given his way, but surely he is not above and beyond criticism, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that he has a part to play in this as well. I mean, when I say a part to play, it's a team as a whole that has a part to play. You know, so leaving FSG investments aside, maybe it's something that got to him. I don't know. Has he lost the motivation for the job? We don't know. Because I clearly remember, correct me if I'm wrong, he said that he's going to be there max 5 years. I think fifth year was last year, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, correct.
You know, so I don't know if that is it. Or whether, he's done everything. Liverpool has achieved everything. I wouldn't say they peaked too early because they gradually did come up. I, for once, was happy that they won the title last season because they played splendidly. So
Perfect football.
So I don't know. Maybe he's lost it, or like what some of the comments are saying. The players are getting found out. The tactics are getting found out. If the tactics are getting found out, then he should tweak it.
Yeah,
he should. We don't know. Next season he may tweak it and come back stronger.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're not too sure about that.
And Haizam, right now you have, of course, obviously you have put clear from Liverpool. And look at the current situation, because right now I'm going to be really honest. I didn't give you guys a prayer. I thought that Liverpool are going to win it easily again this season. Because
true.
I was looking at the squad.
We talked about this, I remember.
Yeah, starting of the season, right? Starting of the season. If you tell me if I'm a betting man, and if you ask me to bet on the next champions for this season, I will put my house for Liverpool. Because
they were live on Liverpool.
Yeah, they were in their prime. They didn't look like they want to stop. And they were like a wrecking train, or rather a wrecking ball. Nobody could stop them. You can have all the money in the world, you cannot do that. Because why? It's not only about money when it comes to Liverpool. It's about that team camaraderie and also that spirit, right? That spirit of Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool and what it means to them.
And they could have been like the Chicago Bulls of EPL, man. They could have won.
They could have done it.
They could have done it, definitely.
And I was analyzing the squad. I look at all the players. They were in their right prime. You're looking at Salah, Mane, 28,
29, 27, 29.
When Arsenal went through the invisible span, right? Of course, it's a distant memory right now. Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, they were all at their prime. They were all 27 to 30 years old. And I saw that exactly being mirrored to what Liverpool have in their roster. That didn't happen. You see the fall from grace this season. You reckon that Liverpool will close the gap next season, Haizam?
Okay, I think this season, because they were steamrolling last season to becoming champions, right? So I think the momentum that they had was the reason why a lot of people were expecting them to actually go where they are. But like I said, you can give 1,001 excuses, but I think at the end of the day, like, if you don't invest, and I think the comments were saying that, like, you guys won the Champions League, you guys got the Club World Cup, where did the money go? Where did the prize money go? You guys could have just invested. You guys could just go, buy players, just fill up the squad, have a second team, so that you don't have to use these excuses of, like, oh, when we have, Van Dijk injured, we don't have enough cover. No, as a big club, I think when you have the money, I think it's safe to say that do the investment as and when you need. Don't wait until something happen, like a major crisis like this, and then suddenly then you go panic buy. And of course, the thing is that you can see the pandemic has played a part. You can say the thing is that, because there are no fans, blah 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 blah. But it's still the same. Is that as a manager, I think you also need to have foresight in that sense. Like, okay, where do I strengthen my team? If you don't have that foresight, that means the buck. You should be answerable for the action, because you can blame FSG, you can blame the physios, all this, but at the end of the day, you are the manager of the team. You decide which players fit. And if you cannot adapt, you cannot change. then I'm sorry, you got to bear the brunt of it. But moving forward for next season, I think if Liverpool invests properly, I think I'm sure they can come back.
Okay.
That's for sure. Not gonna discount them for that fact, but let's see where it goes.
Okay, first, like right now, I just want this to end with you. It seems that you need to reinvigorate the squad a lot, man, massively. There needs to be a wholesale change or probably a mass exodus. I mean, maybe that's really overstretching it, but it looks like some of the players need a brand new motivation. Maybe they want to seek greener pasture. What do you make right now? If you are the man in charge, do you then show many of the players the exit door? Because as much as we can talk about FSG, as much as we can again push all the attention towards Klopp, the players are the ones logging it out, right? In that piece of turf where we call pitch. Those are the players, those are the warriors logging it out. And then again, sometimes these people get overly protected. There's overarching support for players. Not a lot of them get called out. It's always the manager or the investment company or the company that's again being held accountable. What about the players first? What about the players?
Well, like I said just now, the mentality giants, they have already the mental state of Liverpool players at the moment. I don't think so is that high as of last 2-3 seasons ago. When they were playing explosive football, I call it. But now, I don't think any players would want to leave because I don't see any tabloids. I mean, despite I know besides for Salah, but I don't see any other tabloid saying that the Liverpool players going to leave. Blah, blah. The only one that is going to leave right now is Salah, and from what I know, the news is saying is Salah and Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they will leave, man. I seriously don't have.
But should they
leave.
now consider leaving? Should they now consider leaving?
I mean, if they want to leave, they leave lah. By all means, you know what I mean.
But what do you want as a fan? Like, do you want to see a brand new roster though? Because you mentioned about United, right? The thing with Sir Alex Ferguson, I read his book, The Art of Management. He said that the hardest thing, the hardest thing about winning the league is to keep that baptism of fire.
Yes.
That fire in your belly the next season. And I remember Rio Ferdinand mentioned that when he joined in from Leeds, he won the first title with United, and then Fergie called in for extra 2 more weeks for preseason. They call it early before the proposed date. And Rio was asking, his fellow mates, like, I thought we just won the league, man. Why is the gaffer calling in early this season? Because Fergie knows that it's always harder to retain, and it's always and he mentioned that the best way forward is to actually sell one of your star players, because managing them is the toughest part. And sometimes you just need to revitalize, reinvigorate. You just need a major shake-up. And what better way than to have a brand new star player in the dressing room where everybody feel that it's a kick in the butt for them that they have to aspire to. What do you mean? But and with Liverpool, of course, it's a different scenario, because I was reading it somewhere. Salah, Mane, and Firmino, and also Wijnaldum, for the past 3 to 4 years, they have been playing in total about 96% of all the Liverpool games. So you're looking at almost a non-rotation basis right now. And that's why I asked you, like, would you want to see a brand new roster? Because you talk about, being champion, you talk about United just now. I just want to bring on, that was what Fergie did every season, in, week out. And it does not have to be star players, Sometimes he will only buy one. Yeah, he will only buy one, and that's about it. Just to give a different outlook to the team.
I don't know if Faris can hear us now. Faris, can you hear us?
Faris, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear us. I was just now it was lagging. Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. So you've heard my point, right?
Beautiful.
Like, wouldn't
No, I went out
see...
and I coming back.
Yeah,
so
wouldn't you want to
see again?
No, I mentioned that Fergie always made it a point to, again, like I mentioned, reinvigorate the squad. Brand new faces to come in with brand new motivation, and then the older ones will be pushed out. We've seen this, with backs, with Yapstam. You talk about Ruud van Nistelrooy, Cristiano, Tevez. Every single time when they win, they will sell on the high, because that's when all the players' valuation will be at its peak. You call it the cash cow, all right? And that's why you sell them to get a brand new one. But with Liverpool, there is a certain element of loyalty. Of course, there's no negative connotation attached to it, but at the end of the day, it's a game of football. You need brand new faces at times so that you as a player feel, wait, we are going the right way, and all of a sudden there's a different element into the team.
Yeah. I agree. But at the moment, I think, they don't spend, so they are not prepared for a Van Dijk injury. I really feel that they are not prepared for a Van Dijk ACL injury out for the whole season.
And it could happen
That's
again.
the problem. But
It could happen again.
This is the only season that we're gonna go like this. I think we're gonna come back stronger next season, and they're gonna get somebody that is gonna replace Van Dijk. I don't think Van Dijk will come back as the player he was. I don't think so.
But that's what a lot of people are saying, right? That he is your Messiah. Like he's gonna come in once he fits in, and that's it. Thiago will be unlocked. Salah will be unlocked. Mane unlocked. Bobby will be back to his best. Brazilian Samba back to play.
If you wanna say that, Van Dijk is the best defender in the world, we lost 7-2 with Van Dijk at the back. So, you know what I mean? And now, don't close your face,
I think we gotta take this. We gotta take this comment. I think this is a beautiful comment that's said by Faisal Jabbar. FJ, thank you for watching. Klopp was playing the same team for a couple of seasons. For all we know, Klopp is rebuilding and throwing in youngsters. Economically, it isn't wise to spend more in these difficult times. Wise to spend more. Yeah, I think Aizam, you want to take this on, Aizam? I think you are the kingpin in this conversation, whereby it's easier for you to understand what is spending in this time.
No, and before you take that low blow, right, that cheap shot at Haizam, I just want, again, going back to in relation to FJ's comment, think that maybe for all we know that Klopp is rebuilding and throwing in the youngsters. When it comes to throwing in the youngsters, right, there again, I split it. I would remotely split them too. First is because you genuinely think they are ready. And then the second portion of it is because your hands are tight, you have to throw them into the deep end because you are left with no choice. Because look, let's be real. If you push that notion to Klopp early on the season, say that hey, you gotta play net, you have to play Reece Williams at the back. He will tell you that you are crazy, man. He said that will never happen in a million years. And you're talking about the same manager who has shown again and again he's not interested in playing his youth. I know the counter argument will always be TAA, but let's get it real. It was circumstantial. The only reason he placed TAA was because of an injury to Nathaniel Klein. Yeah. And then you talk about Curtis Jones, and we all know the reason why Curtis Jones is right now part of the squad more prominently.
Henderson is
injury.
Not playing
because Henderson and Firmino, they got to be pushed to the back. And you might want to also ask, like, wait, but we don't have a lot of youngsters coming up from Melwood, or now what it is could be. You got the likes of Harvey Elliott, who's tearing it up in the championship on loan. All right, I think you got Wilson as well, who could have done a job. Right, Ben Woodburn,
Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson, and all these players. Again, it has been proven over time that Klopp is not interested at all. Don't get it twisted. This is not Klopp from Dortmund. In Dortmund, yes, he was hailed, right, because of his eagerness and his patience when it comes to youngsters. You don't see that at all with Liverpool, Haizam.
Okay, I think with the fact that I think we addressed it that Klopp in Dortmund and Klopp in Liverpool is it's a two different guys, because if you look at it like because of the circumstances that Liverpool is going, is having all these injuries, and that's the reason why the youngsters are coming into the team. But given a choice, if let's say Van Dijk wasn't injured, if Joe Gomez wasn't injured, I don't think Klopp would be playing the youngsters.
Definitely.
If you look at it, like even the cup games, were the youngsters were given a chance? I don't think so. They put a full strength because they wanted, Klopp took a gamble of, okay, you know what, I need to maintain the consistency of my first 11. I do not want to take the risk of gamble of, okay, throwing 2-3 of my youth, even though they are ready to play, because I'm not confident in that sense. Because I think in Dortmund, like, he understood that it's two different expectations. Like Dortmund was considered, not one of the biggest club in Germany. He was kind of like, okay, we have this production line of youths that are capable to play the Dortmund way. But in Liverpool, it's a total different thing. That I have a newfound wealth. I have expectations of being the top club. Reliving the past glory of usurping United. So I think that's the reason why Klopp is not really very youth centric in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel that it's just circumstances that why you get this Curtis Jones coming into the team. But if you're talking about if the injuries were not there, I think Liverpool will be playing the same team week in, week out.
True.
Definitely.
True. And Joe, okay,
Yep.
we want to close. We want to close this, but the more
We are trying to close this.
Yeah, the more we draw nearer. to
Let's
it,
wrap
the
this up.
more-
Let's
the
wrap this
more
up.
the
Come on.
comments- So players have expiry dates too. Should there be passengers in the team, the coaching panel would have singled them out. To be done with too many regulars just sums up the season. Yes, again, that's a big
True.
factor. Nobody's going to discount the fact that, again, was all circumstantial. Nobody could have envisaged that Liverpool will be badly ravaged by injuries. But then again, that's always the litmus test of a true blue management team. If you have an owner who knows, and you're not talking about a novice, you're talking about FSG, who also owns Boston's Red Sox. They went through championship as well. They
won it,
know
bro.
how. Yeah, they did. They know how it is to win championships.
Don't go there, and don't go there. Don't go there about
Come on, man. Come on.
Don't go there.
No. I mean, the Red Sox are not happy with FSG right now. But you also have to remember when FSG took over Boston Red Sox, they have not won a single championship. All right,
Nope.
for 50 years
Nope.
until FSG took over. Okay, but then again, right now the fans are complaining because apparently they have stopped investing the money. So it seems like there is a recurring pattern. Like I built this team up, I built my portfolio up, all right. And once he has reached, because right now Liverpool is about 1.1 to 1.13 billion worth. They bought Liverpool at 300 million. That is a good field day, man. If you ask me, when it comes to money.
Definitely.
Okay, and the same thing happened to Boston Red Sox as well. So again, yes, we cannot discount the fact that they were severely ravaged by injury. The current squad is decimated down to their knees. But then again, hey, you're a businessman, right? You
Yes.
know, you should have that foresight, like Haizam mentioned, to see that, hey, the players that we have been playing, they have been playing for the past 3-4 years. And it was also the same team that we always laud when it comes to Liverpool. They have the best data analysts, they have the best medical team. Shouldn't they see this coming, Joe?
I don't know, man. I mean, Liverpool have American owners. We have American owners, and we know that.
They are.
Glazers, Tampa Bay, they brought in Tom Brady out of nowhere. They priced him out, and they won. And they won, bro. They won with a bloody 43-year-old fella.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I get it. I get it that some of them feel that FSG is not spending. No, he's not being able to fork out the money for them.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You guys were praising him last season. Just last season, you guys were heels over head for him. FSG in, FSG is the business mind, FSG is the class of mind, everything FSG, blah, blah, blah. And all it took you was 7 to 8 months to turn your heads around and say FSG out. We were screaming Glazers out for what? For many.
Bro.
I don't know, but
I mean,
Faris, you're a
FSG,
different
yes,
Liverpool fan,
they are
not
good,
you.
They are good.
We are not
for
saying
me,
about you.
No, for me, the hero for Liverpool to be where they are right now is Michael Edwards, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He's the actual
FSG has
hero,
to come out with the money still. Michael Evans can do the
Yeah, but he
negotiation,
came-
but the
he
money
came out with the
comes out with
negotiation,
FSG.
Yeah.
It's because
Right,
of
guys,
how much he
I mean,
negotiated, but the money
we
has to
know.
come off
Wait,
FSG.
we know that he negotiated with other clubs. We don't know how he negotiated with FSG for the money. Right?
You true? You never
You know
know.
what I mean?
But,
Yeah.
but the thing is,
true.
if it's a reasonable amount, like how they priced Jota out, I don't know how they did it, but up till now it's
No,
still,
because if you want to say
Algo said it,
FSG is a good, if you want to say FSG is a good, what do you call that, a board or owner,
bonus.
they came in at 2010.
Yeah.
We
They
won
didn't
the
win
league
anything.
10 years later.
10 years
Yeah.
later, yeah.
I mean, we won the Carabao Cup lah, 2012.
It's still a
lah.
cup. It's still a
But
cup.
yeah.
Okay.
I
RK,
mean,
RK.
City's the one I keep counting it, right?
Whoa! RK! Chief,
Okay,
how are you,
this is
Chief?
English football. This is English football. Thank you so much for that much needed information. I thought that this was again Malaysia Super League.
Malaysian
This is
League,
English football. Teams will win and lose. We are Liverpool. We are in bad shape. Injuries and VAR are evil at the moment. Club couldn't make shift or change game style now. We'll just keep fighting at the moment. You know what? Just because
Definitely.
it's
Yeah,
just because it's
RK,
coming from
still
you,
fighting.
I'm not gonna bite
And-
back.
Just as much as Liverpool is fighting, RK, I want you to fight more in Malaysia. Keep yourself safe. I will
Yes,
come
man.
to Bangsa one day. We will come Bangsa one day. We'll
We
fight
will,
out
yeah.
there, all right?
Oh, I miss the place. Yeah, I miss Bangsa.
Oh my God, Deepan, let's not start.
Yeah.
And this is the mayor. All right.
This is
Remember
the
name?
mayor and the
He's
chief
the
of
mayor.
Bangsa.
Mayor of Bangsa
Yeah.
right now. Okay, people need to understand that VVD and Becker was bought in only when we sold Coutinho, so it's not their money. There you go. I kept telling a couple of Liverpool fans, right? The only reason why they seem like they are spending
Coutinho.
because
Yeah.
there was a big financial parachute that came from Coutinho and also from Luis Suarez. And those two players were actually groomed by Brendan Rodgers. Okay.
Yep.
And if it wasn't for that financial parachute, you can actually come. And actually, I actually did a bit of financial witch hunt, yesterday. I went to Swiss Ramble and I read a couple of stuff. Aston Villa spend more this season. Everton spend more. Wolves spend more.
Yeah.
Don't even
oh
start
my
with
God.
City.
Don't
Arsenal
start.
spend more. And you're talking about when it comes to just net worth, right? FSG is 6th in the list. Okay. And surely they should have actually showed a bit more ambition because why? They lost Dejan Lovren this season. They lost Dejan Lovren. And I'm very, very sure they've had it at the back of their mind that they're going to use Fabinho as a replacement.
Yeah.
If shit hits the ceiling, I've got Fabinho.
Yeah.
But they did not the least expecting that they're going to lose
Van Dijk.
everybody in the back line.
Everybody, yeah.
Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, and now even Hendo, right? So, man, we can go on and on about it, but because we got a couple of agendas to go through, this show cannot run for 3 hours tonight.
They sell Dejan Lovren. 6 months later, they buy another Dejan Lovren.
We are gonna close this with one thing. All right, we're gonna close. We can talk about the money, we can talk about the players, everything. But I think if there's one thing we need to talk about, is the backroom staff of Liverpool, the medical team. Are they doing a good job in recovering of the players? That is one thing we need to look at. It's just crazy that players are getting injured week in, week out. So we can talk about the money, we can talk about everything. It's a food for thought, whereby the medical team and the recovery team that is handling the players, are they doing it right, or are they complacent in thinking, look, we can do what we did last season, the players will recover fast, games are coming in thick and fast? Are they complacent?
And I think to wrap this up, probably that will be the best vocab for us when we when we want to sew the Liverpool fabric together, right? That will be the perfect thread: complacent or complacency.
Complacency.
Because nobody right in the right frame of mind would have envisaged, or they would have actually forecasted that it's going to be really, really tough, or this tough rather, and they didn't know the kind of monstrosity that will be presented upon themselves. They were simply not ready for it, and it's really tough, to blame them, because last season they roamed into the Premiership, and all of a sudden now you're telling them to sprint. They are not ready for it, because last season they were doing leisurely, and suddenly Haizam, with that cheeky smile of face with Ruben Diaz, they started to crank up the notch, and now Liverpool find that, oh man, we are not on par. We are really not on par. And also a couple of really good comments that I want to pick up as well. We believe in our management, Liverpool FC. Let it sort out in Bangsa, when we can wait for 30 years. Now just one season. There you go. That's the spirit, right? Okay. You've done it for 30 years. What is 30 years more to you? What is 30 years more to him? They are doing a great job. Best medical team ever. Papa Bear. Nothing.
I have a request though. I have a phone call from Azmil. Azmil saying he wants to call in.
Oh,
Do you
okay,
want to shall we take this in?
Yes.
Alright, you start on the topic. I'll get Azmin to call in. All right.
Okay, sure. All right. So let's while we are waiting for Azmil now, let's go on to the next one quickly. When it comes to Liverpool, you always talk about the legendary Cop N, the Copites. Okay, the 12th man. Crowd will be back. Of course, now we know they're looking at 10,000 max, or 1/4, whichever is lesser right now. First, this is definitely a good sign. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans, it might be seeing that they are clutching at straws. But do you agree with that sentiment that if we had just a bit of crowd, it wouldn't have been again this bad? It wouldn't be such a big disaster. Maybe we are still in the hunt.
Okay, I've never been there personally, so I cannot tell you how the atmosphere is like. But I saw once we play in the COVID period last season, our form just went down. In fact, we lost to City 4-0, and we lost to Arsenal 2-0, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, sorry, first. Okay, do we have Azmil now on the line right now?
Yeah. Azmil, you want to say hello to everybody?
Okay, hi everyone. Hello,
Hello,
Haizam. Hi,
Azmil.
Joel. Hi, Anwari. And hi, Farid.
Hey, hi,
All right,
hi.
guys,
And
let's shoot
Joel.
the question.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, what do you have? What do you have for us?
All right, Azmil, tell us, what are you feeling at the moment? Tell us, what are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm quite, let's say, quite jaded these past few weeks, this past month, this whole season in general. It's been quite the same old feeling of just before Klopp came in, because I'm like seeing shades of it, Like, I mean, leave all the injuries and all this aside. I mean, my fellow fans will get angry with me at this, but I say this is not an excuse. Like, we don't win, then we don't win. I mean, we just haven't been able to do enough to get over the line. That's just the bottom line here.
All right,
We're just not doing enough. And also, I kept emphasizing in the comment section, like, you don't want to spend, then I mean, I'm willing to accept it, but make sure give youth a chance if you don't want to spend. Then at least we got new like people to develop or something.
Fair point.
That's what
Fair
I'm trying
point.
to say.
I think Azmil is coming on. I think Azmil is trying to say that he wants the youth to come up in this. All right, any of you guys, you got anything for him?
I think with Azmin right now, I just want to know where you stand when it comes to FSG, because they cannot carelessly spend the money. So at this current
Correct.
moment, what they are doing, they are also protecting the interests of not only their pockets but also the sanctity of Liverpool as a club. Do you think that it's fair that they are coming down with such intense heat, Azmil?
Azmil, what do you think of FSG, Azmil? What do you think of FSG, and do you think that it's fair enough, like to keep aiming at FSG right now?
I mean, personally for me, before this, do you still remember the season we finished 8 back in 2016? I was also FSG out and all that. Like, also because of the way they charge our fans for ticket overpriced, then also the way they sell our stars like Suarez or that at that time, then like don't want to replace them properly and all this. That's why we kept falling further and further from everybody. And like, come on, man. Then like this time round, what's the excuse? At that time, I understand we didn't win trophies so much. We didn't finish top 4 regularly. This time round, since 2017 season, we finished at least 4th and above. Reached Champions League final. We win the UCL, Club World Cup, Premier League. What's the excuse this time? We've earned money. What?
Oof, coming from a true diehard
We've earned
fan of
money.
Liverpool, man.
You can't say we didn't earn the money.
This boy's spitting facts, man.
This
is
boy
the
is
point.
spitting bars and spitting facts like he's rapping for Eminem, man.
Right.
Come on, let me give you a beat, man.
Good.
Azmil,
Alright,
just come rapping.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling us up,
Azmil,
man,
thank you so much for coming in and calling in. All right, thank you so much, man.
Thank
Azmil.
you.
All right, I
Thank
hope
you.
Liverpool
I'll
regain
continue
back to
commenting
the.
on the section.
All right, keep commenting. All right, see you, man. All right, on over to you.
Bye.
All right, guys, and that's what you can do as well. All right, that's really good, man. At last, we've got one caller.
One person
One
finally.
caller. Hey, guys, this was not a planted one. We didn't plant him.
Yeah,
He
it's a
really-
live call, guys. Live call.
It's a live call. All right, so it can be you. It can be you. It's
I
really
want
simple.
Papa Bear to call, eh?
Papa Bear.
Papa Bear.
If you want to call Papa Bear,
Hey,
right, there is
he
the
might be
number.
fishing. He's fishing at the moment.
You can call us, all right. And also, if you guys are watching us outside of Singapore, you know what, you want to save on the bill, you can actually WhatsApp call us, and you can also leave us a voice note. All right, we'll take it from any angle. So good to hear. Really good to hear from Azmil. Of course, let's get back to the topic that we were discussing. Fans will be back. Faris, sorry to cut you short just now, buddy. But you mentioned that you've not been to Anfield, but you know very sure that once the fans were out of the stand, that also spells the end of Liverpool's result.
Yeah, it's not an excuse to say that no fans we cannot perform, because look at the whole 19 teams in the league. I mean, City's stadium is always empty, so they're used to it. But look at the whole 19 teams in the league. Right? You know,
Hiroshima, Nagasaki both at the same time, yeah.
Bad boy.
20,000 empty seats. The city is yours. All right. So, I mean, you look at the whole league, per se, everybody is struggling without fans, be it financially or, motivationally, mentally, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't think that it's one of the reason, the off form, because Liverpool fans are known as their 12 men. You know, you look at that 2,000 fans in Anfield who made a difference at the Tottenham game. Right at the 90th minute, they were screaming, and Bobby had that motivation to score that header.
Yeah.
So I do feel that fans is not only to Liverpool but to the whole league. Yeah, except for huh?
Okay. Apart from Joe,
Shots fired.
I want to go to you, Joe. Joe, I don't know if you can actually chime in with, or you can get on board with whatever Faris has actually made mention of, that the crowd will actually push you beyond the finishing line. Because I read somewhere, I think was it Marshall or was it Rashford last season, they asked him what happened. All of a sudden you're playing so well. He said that it was because of the no fan factor, because it can be really terrorizing. It can really be terrorizing for them, mentally at least, to play in Old Trafford with 80,000 fans hounding down your neck. So do you think that it would have actually played the same effect if you had all those 80,000 people in the stand for Manchester United? Because some of the games that you played, boy oh boy, I tell you, many of the players will not have gone out into the tunnel safe in one piece. You will hear bulls ringing around, right?
Definitely. And I think if within the first few games, you would have seen some players not being able to play, because it's that horrifying. It's that horrifying, because I think the players will literally get into your nerve. They will get into your face. I would like to pick up Faisal Jabbar's comment here and said, home crowds are seen as a 12th man. They can help turn things around. And they can help turn things around. They can also destroy someone. Imagine Harry Maguire in that game, few games, and he's playing like that. Oh, bro, I would have wished. I remember telling in one of the shows where I said I would have hoped, Maguire is just lucky fans were not at the stadium, because that boy would have walked back home. His car would have been smashed. He wouldn't be allowed in the team bus. I don't know how he would have made it. No Grab, no taxi would have come for him. That fella have to walk back home.
Uber.
Yeah, no chance.
They also have the yellow card. Where to love?
But hey, I want to ask Anwari, bro. There's no fans in the stadium, right? If there is fans in the stadium, do you think Arteta is really sacked?
No, good question, man. I think
good question. I think that question comes to me also.
Yeah, I think
it comes to me and An. I'll let you go first, and go for it.
I had that question with another Guna. He mentioned that because again, if you give him one bullet left in his chamber, he will save it for Arteta. He cannot wait to see the back of Arteta right now. I think we all know who he is. And and I think he mentioned that if you had fans in the Emirates, there's no way that Arteta can come out in one piece. Everybody would be hounding down for his throat, and he would have been sacked by now. But we are Arsenal. We do things differently. We can have 120,000 people in the stadium, and we can lose. We can be at the end of a real thrashing. Our board move differently. They don't care. They really don't care. We have seen worse results. We have seen worse circumstances, and it took them 1 year and a half to sack the Spanish Dracula, and it was apparent for everyone to see that we were on a free fall. Good evening, Mr. Good evening. Stevie Wonder would have called that we were on a really, really genuine free fall, but the board didn't move, and it took the Emirates to be emptied. I think it was against Frankfurt, right? We got a 60,000 capacity, right? Only 15,000 turn up, and then the board decided, okay, maybe. So right now, it does not mean that if the sound is deafening, it will move the board. Sometimes they have to do it with their feet, and that is not entering into the stadium. That could send a signal out. But to answer your question, that if we had 60,000 people in Emirates, would Arteta still be there? Yes, I think he would. The presence of the crowd will not sway our board, because our board move. They are not Mick Jaggers, They are Terry Fox. They walk on one, so they move differently. But then, Diban, yourself, Holt N, you've been there before. You mentioned as well that there was one particular incident that you picked out where, was it Tammy Abraham who missed a clear cut opportunity, and
Benteke again,
Christian Benteke,
and they were throwing the kitchen sink at him.
Yeah, and for me, I think sorry, you were saying?
And the thing with Aston Villa right now, there's a complete reverse of fortune. Do you think that the no crowd factor is playing into the Villa players' hands?
I think the no crowd factor is not only playing into Villa's player hand. I also think to a certain extent Everton and West Ham as well. But I'll speak from Villa's perspective, right?
Let's go. Yep.
Villa's the supporters, they are very vile.
Yeah.
Like I think I've told you guys in our WhatsApp as well. I think we are performing above expectation this season. Where we are currently with 2 games in hand, we are performing above expectations compared to what happened last season. We've made investments. Yes, a progress is of course expected, but this is way above expectations.
Yeah.
Despite performing way above expectations, taking points off the top teams and all, but we had our bad moments. Not been playing well the past few games. The fans are slating the manager. Why? Because yes, the manager is not making changes to the team. For example, Barkley is not performing, has not been performing for the past 5 games. Probably since he came back from injury, he's not been the usual self. And Dean Smith is not making the change by taking him out, starting Sanson or Ramsey.
Yep.
So, but fair enough, that's on the manager. But you don't say the manager has to go. Like, come on, this is the guy. This manager is a boyhood Villa fan.
Yeah.
He got the dream job. He got them promoted 10 games in a row. He brought he ensured they survived last season.
Yeah.
And he's built on that and performed above expectation. You don't just say you want your manager to be out. So I think Villa not having any fans in the stadium is playing for the is playing to their advantage, in fact. Yeah. And I think I speak of the same for West Ham and Everton. I think West Ham fans are equally as vile. They equally as ruthless. The start of the season when David Moyes sold Grady Diangana to West Brom, right? And then he didn't buy a striker, and they bought Benrahma. They were on his back. They were like, Moyes out. Moyes doesn't know what he wants. And look at what West Ham is flying, absolutely flying.
Yeah.
So I think certain teams like Villa, they may have the best atmosphere, like what Azmil say.
Yeah.
But I think not having fans has played to their advantage.
Wow.
Jailings.
Interesting perspective from David. No, right now he has completely swapped it 360. No, not having or having fans does not necessarily mean that you're gonna have your result will be elevated just because you have people roaring at your back, because it can be turned against you at times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little biased here, but I think that particularly Liverpool, Wolves, Newcastle, and Palace are missing their fans. And if we want to talk about crowd, Sheffield United then definitely badly affected, judging at the way they performed this season. Eyes on Leicester too.
Sheffield United, no. I think
No.
Sheffield United is a team that got caught. They got caught out with their tactics so easily.
No.
Tactics were found out. Yep. That no.
That no.
Yeah.
The VJ kind of no. Most Arsenal fans are behind Arteta. Their fans are angry at the board. Our best Premier, we know. La. Good evening. Not true about Villa. Villa Park has one of the best atmospheres in England.
I've got to agree.
They do.
I agree. They do.
Yeah. Okay. And then no offense at Goodison is why we're losing at home nowadays, but this applies to all teams. No excuses given. That is the difference. Haizam, you are smiling year to year. No excuses should be given, right? Whether you have fans, whether you don't. This is probably the best level playing field. In fact, COVID was the greatest leveler for football, because right now you are pitting your wits against the manager 1-1, 11v11. You've got no reason to come out and say that, our crowd were not up for it. And that's why we can actually push just a small tiny bit of blame to the crowd, because that's what Good Evening did last season. He said that the crowd wasn't dynamic, not enough noise. No, so you cannot do that because this is the greatest leveler, right?
No, actually, if you look at it, right, first and foremost, right, football without fans are nothing, lah. And number two is that if you're talking about the English league,
control yourself, lah. Just because he's a guy, he got fans, okay? You got fans.
hey, hello, I was there.
No. I was laughing at the what? Unai Emery's impression.
Okay. Sorry.
Aizam is talking, guys.
From my experience in 2017, right, I watched City against Liverpool at Etihad. Okay, so the thing is that football, I think, like I said, I always believe that English football, the fan experience is totally different. Like you cannot get the same energy elsewhere. I mean, you want to compare with the Singapore football or even the Malaysia Cup era, right? I realize that it's way different. So number two is that I think this season, like what An say, COVID has brought a new dimension in the football game, especially, with no fans or minimal fans in that sense. So it becomes players who feel that I have no fans to slip me, no fans to abuse me, so I can just not raise my game, But you can have some players who thrive in this experience, like like I call them the peacock players, like the Ronaldo players. Like I need fans, I need fans to thrive. So
Yeah.
maybe this season that Liverpool got affected, or even the other clubs get affected, because they are the players that, oh, if I don't have the energy of the fans, right, there's no synergy. I cannot perform.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, like what Steven was saying, like West Ham, Everton, Wolves, or they are playing to the fact that, oh, okay, there's no pressure, there's no fans, you know,
Okay.
I can raise my game without having the added pressure of fans. That's the most important part, lah.
Okay.
So I think with this season, it's really a unique season where everybody has a level playing field.
Sure.
And Haizam, okay. There's a question. Okay, let's go with this question instead. Question for Haizam. Main Road had better atmosphere when City weren't doing too well than back in the Etihad. What happened?
I think it's just the modern stadium, lah. Look at this way. Like if you look at it, Old Trafford, Anfield, Goodison Park are the old school stadiums.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old
All very
Old
close to
Trafford. Yeah, it's no. Number two is that like Etihad. Etihad is one of the modern stadium. Shout out lah Saifuddin.
That was a big one.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a bit side. Okay, let's go.
So as I was saying, when you bring the modern element of the stadium, you see clubs will suffer. Okay, look at Spurs, look at Arsenal.
Look at Arsenal.
Precisely. When
Yeah.
you move to a modern stadium,
Yeah.
the whole dynamic change.
And it's
Yeah.
because also the infrastructure, right? With the older stadiums, the length, or rather the
Yeah, I was coming to that. The length.
Oh,
the pitch, from the pitch to the fan,
Yes.
you are almost touching distance. You could probably
Yeah.
touch the player. In fact, many of them did actually. When
Did.
those players
Yes, I agree,
they are
especially.
at the sideline taking the throw-ins, right?
Yeah.
And many fans will try their luck and stretch out their arms, and they could probably touch them.
See, the thing is, I remember, I remember making a visit to Goodison Park, Anfield. The fact that the stadium is located in a place where people stay, right?
Yeah.
You know that the energy is that this is really a hometown club compared to the modern type of stadium. Like you go like, you feel like you are going for a pilgrimage. Like you're going to visit a tourist attraction.
True. And the distance, right, Haizam? They have the running track around, especially the Olympic Stadium. And even for the Emirates, they found it really tough asking to get up the noise, because when it was a Highbury, it was really easy. It was really easy for Highbury because it's more closely knitted. It's the structure is slightly smaller, and the distance or the ratio between player to also the pitch, or rather the player to the fans, like I mentioned, is within touching distance, and that's why you can feel the whole uproar in the stadium.
Yes.
You can feel
Okay.
that you mentioned synergy, and no, that's a really good spot, Haizam.
Okay, I answer Azmi's question. Okay.
Oh, you haven't
Let's put
answered yet, huh?
No,
Oh, you
I'm
haven't
gonna
answered?
Okay, let's put it this way.
Puto lah you.
You know when we had the old National Stadium and the new Sports Hub, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
finally hit it, bro.
Can we get a sound for it?
That's it. That's done. That's done.
Hey, but
I don't know, man. I don't know what sound to put. That's it. That was the killer. We need a break.
the atmosphere,
The
The atmosphere, the Kalang Row, the row, the
Kalang
Kalang.
Roar. Yeah.
Right now, I got any game in National Stadium. I think I see more birds than people coming in, bro.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares
Yeah,
to the
nothing
old
compares.
structure. And the spirit, the spirit that lingers in the stadium as well. And you know what? I have this conspiracy theory as well. I know, again, I cannot substantiate this with evidence or any kind of findings, but I thought Liverpool's current out of colours or out of sorts Liverpool right now could be attributed to them moving out of Melwood. I don't know. This is just me,
Kirk Bickers. I call it the Kirk Bickers.
right? And
Faris, what is the name though? Where are they going to now?
Kirkby.
Kirby.
and
That's
because
a Chinese word, Kirby.
I was listening
No,
to
it's
the
Kirby.
I was listening to the Fowler podcast, right? And he was I would say interrogate. He had a couple of scousers right there in his podcast, and they cannot stop mentioning about Melwood. And I think even one of them, was it Graham Souness, or was it probably Stevie G? He mentioned that probably moving out of Melwood wasn't the best of ideas, because that was the melting pot for Liverpool when it comes to talent, when it comes to them having the good times behind closed doors, right? It's just not about Anfield. It's about also having that Melwood stature, that whole history behind Melwood, that aura, that air that they seep in. Something that you cannot quantify in numbers, right? There's no evidential findings that you can put across the board and say, "Oh, this is why." But like Haizan mentioned, sometimes the stadium itself can be the
Plays a
nexus.
part.
Yeah, it can be the central link to everything good about a football club. But that is not us saying that having fans can be really good. Okay, but then again, just before we close this topic, I just want to read a couple of stuff. Hey, we got Sharil Alberto Aquilani highlights.
Hello.
Sorry to hurry to be here after his own. Guys, check him out. Check him out.
Yep.
Right.
Ooh.
Really, really great
Enfield
chap.
Warriors Singapore Club.
Oh,
Really fun lad,
LSC.
all right, for us to have a conversation with. Really, really power lad. Okay. Peacock Akau, like, oh, why is fans are back? How will the team perform? Pressure or no pressure? Joe, quickly, pressure or no pressure?
Pressure. Yes.
Manchester
Yes.
United,
Big.
will they be where they are right now with the fans on board?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I think no.
Brutally honest. Everton's new stadium will be built with Goodison structure in mind. That's it. Bang on. That's what Arsenal should have
Just
done.
for dogs to race in the tracks.
Yes, that's what. Faris, that was not needed by you. Jishan is different. Having no fans actually means players are playing in a different atmosphere where you hear every shout from players and managers. It portrays a training atmosphere. Good spot, Jay. It's hard for players to adapt to that, and I'm talking about clubs, not only LFC. Takut nampak.
You sure not, Jay? Isak bah buto.
But it's always empty heart. Hey, Saifuddin says it's always empty.
This fella, Saifuddin,
Fuck you.
you're always there. Huh?
That's why if you want
For that, I'll give you a kiss.
I really miss the old English type of English football, and so in the late 90s and also early 2000, when you see the pitch almost coming out, man. You see them in patches. It wasn't all this large green like what you see now with Emirates.
Yeah.
And you know for sure that the team is in for a fight. When you see that kind of pitch, boy, oh boy, you don't want to be involved because you know you'll be in a really tough fight that night. And then also could be cursed. Okay, there you go. Quickly wrap this up. Again, I just want to go with Hazam. If right now we have fans at the moment, right? Take it just in a different parallel or a different dimension. Right now we are talking with fans in the stadium as usual. Which position will be greatly altered when it comes to the team? Who do you think will be again greatly elevated because of fans? Be it towards the upwards spectrum or even the downwards spectrum.
I think the top six teams will.
Zam, you're muted, Zam.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I think it's gonna be back to normal schedule lah. The top six will be fighting, for the top six lah, because of the fans factor. And I think for I would say the second level of like people like Wolves, Leicester, West Ham will be there where as and when, because I think with the investment and also the fact that the team are gelling well, right? I think this is the interesting season lah. When you have fans coming back, I think it's gonna change the whole dynamics. Not so much for the top six, but it's gonna definitely bring a whole different perspective on how the top six teams will perform.
Okay. All right. Faisal Jabbar also mentioned if the league had proper preseason, will we see an even playing field, or will we still be seeing the same top 4 or 6 clubs in the mix? Faris, want to take that on, and we can actually close.
Best friend.
I think if we have a proper preseason and the league will be voided at the moment. Because if you have a proper preseason before this season starts, that means you didn't stop the play in the previous season.
Hypothetical. Hypothetically.
Yeah. So let's say next season. All right. Moving on to next season.
Like more.
We all have
preseason.
proper
I think there'll be a
preseason.
proper So the coaches can gauge their teams better also lah. Yeah,
Okay.
I just feel that they will have
Alright.
proper even playing field.
Okay, so with that, we move on quickly to the next one. Not so much that we want to talk about. It's nothing really important. It doesn't tickle my fancy at least. But we just have to talk about it. The sad state of affair right now for the Premier League again.
I don't think so. It's
only-
over, man. I don't think so. It's over.
It's not over lah, bro. You know why? You know why it's not over? Because
Because we win by more.
they take it one game at a time, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't think so. It's over. No.
No.
But then again, all right, take off all our club's allegiances, spectacles or specs, right? Right now, it seems it might as well be over. what's the point of playing right now? You look across all top 5 European contests. You talk about Italy, it's still neck to neck. You talk about Spanish La Liga, it's still neck to neck. You talk about Bundesliga, it's still neck to neck. Hey, wait, Aizam, what are you counting, Aizam? How many points? You are 10
It's
points
10
away
points,
from
ah.
Manchester
No,
United.
I'm not counting about points. I'm counting about the games left, actually.
Oh, the games. Okay,
11
alright.
games.
Because
You
11
need
games.
you need maths.
but then,
I
You
feel
but
need
like
calculator or not?
but then, Joe, only in the Premier League right now, we are looking at double digit when it comes to difference between the first and the second runner.
True.
This is not.
But I'm
This is
still
not.
not buying it. I'm still not
This
buying
is
it.
not. Whether you buy it or not,
No.
that's not part of the
10 points.
conversation today, Joe. All right, but it's 10 points nonetheless. It could again exacerbate. It can even go bigger than this. So right now, it's not. It's not brand new. Last season as well, we saw Liverpool. I think the points
18 points.
difference was
25.
18.
18 points.
They cut it
18,
because
18.
Liverpool took their foot off the pedal by then. So 18 points. And then that season prior, all right, that's 1 point. But before that, United second, City first, 13 points. So we are looking at a recurring pattern again and again and again. And we know we pay top dollars, man. Really top dollars to our cable operators to watch for an exciting league. Right now, the most exciting part about Premier League is the relegation battle or Champions League spot.
Champions
That's
League.
it.
Yep.
It wasn't like that, right? A decade back, Joe. It was always down to the wire.
Always.
You can never pit. You can never pencil in a champion until match day 36, 37. But at this current moment, it's safe to say that even this is what I'm predicting. Yeah, next season is going to be the same thing again. It's
Yeah,
going to be the
definitely.
same thing again. If it's
It's-
gonna be elongated, it will probably be concluded by March.
Yeah.
But
But I
where-
think
Where's
Yeah,
the
go ahead,
right
go
now?
ahead.
How do you view and how do you analyze the current situation? Are we becoming Farmers League? Because judging by the Champions League result, right? That's not the case. So are we
The thing
becoming
is-
the Farmers League?
how do I put this? City invest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to tell me, yeah, City bought the title, bought this, buy that, blah blah blah, all this. You have owners for a reason. They splash the cash. They have the money to get good players. Pep makes it work. They win trophies. It's simple as that. If you do not invest, you're not going to go anywhere. We are trying to invest as a club, United. We are trying to invest, but no, we are investing on shit players. But City, they got it. Ruben Diaz got it. They are buying good players and they investing. Yeah, they invest big, but they have the capability to do it. So I would say, yeah, definitely. No, go on, invest, and it can be a one team league come next season as well. I'm pretty sure Pep is going to go to the summer. I think even before the season finish, he will definitely going to buy another 3-4 players, another good 3-4 players, and then he's going to revamp his whole team, and they are going to come guns blazing again. This is the City we know, and I will not fault them, and I will fault people who tell them, hey, they buy the title, they put this, but the thing is, they have bloody owners. Don't you tell me if now you're a bloody Wolves fan or any fan, you don't want a bloody Arab owner? I will tell you, don't go for an American owner. I would want, trust me, I would want a bloody Arabian owner.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you can do with money these days. Gone are the days whereby, you go in and you find a good footballer and then you train the entire team. Nah, we have changed. Just like how players are falling down like mimosa at penalty box, we have also changed. Times have changed in football. Money
So right now,
talks these days.
do we then alter our expectation, Joe, when it comes to if you're a non-Liverpool fan or you're not a City fan, do we just just shove that dream away of winning the league title? I'm not speaking from an Arsenal perspective. Of course, that is a long shot away. We all know that. Okay, we are within touching distance with reality. But then again, for you, United, you guys are pushing really, really hard. But even at your hardest, you are still 10 points away from
Yeah.
Man City.
Yep.
Do we have to now taper our expectations when it comes to the Premier League fight?
Yep, I think we just got to be be realistic in our expectations for the season. But at the same time, I will go back to what Leicester did. If Leicester at a point of time can do it, I think there are teams in the Premier League that will be able to achieve that. But we will not be seeing a reoccurring moment whereby Leicester wins it and the next time Wolves and Everton and West Ham. No, it's going to be probably like a one-time thing out of 20 years, a one-time thing out of 30 years kind of thing. All right, no offense, Faris. I'm not throwing a dig at you, but I'm just saying. So
No worries.
at the end of the day, money still
Another
talks.
3 more years.
Yeah, but then money still talks at the end of the day. So yeah.
What did I miss?
All right, but no, we were on it, right? So right now the topic that is on hand right now, this is the one, City running away with the league
Oh,
as well. Is it an ominous sign for title aspiration when it comes to the chasing pack? Because at this current moment, again, it has been concluded, like it or not, in February, it's done again. It's done.
Yeah,
it has
it's
been
done.
wrapped. There will be a few twists and turns along the way. Okay, but it wouldn't be massive enough to alter the whole outcome. So that's why the question beckons: Are we looking at like I mentioned, Farmers League? Maybe again there is me being totally hyperbolical, but do we then manage expectation when it comes to an exciting title fight? Because that's no longer in existence. It's always going to be City or Liverpool, and if they do go on a run, the points difference, the point tally, they will be worlds apart.
It's gonna go off.
Yeah. I think this season it's done and dusted, I would say as well. No more one game at a time. Haizan, relax. A bit more. I know you're modest, but it's done and dusted. But I think in the long run, right? If you're talking about Aguero, if he's not replaced, KDB injury prone, getting he's growing, not growing old. I mean, age is catching up as well. He's 28, 29, and Fernandinho is almost 34, 35. So they've got excellent centre backs. I think City's got an excellent second team that can play as a first team as well.
Yeah,
but
man.
I think if this spine of the guys are not replaced properly, right? I mean, Ferran Torres was brought in, Jesus was brought in for Aguero, but I don't think they just cut it out yet. There's no Aguero. So if that spine of the team is not replaced properly, then I don't think it's a Farmers League. I mean, you only can leave that for PSG. Farmers League is only France. But even then, they're losing this season. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And Haizam, the aggressor, the main aggressor in this picture.
No, like I said, the thing is that you see, like what Joe says, owners invest, managers manage the players. I'm sure that you can put out a fight. It's like the right investment, the right mindset will definitely help in putting the fight in the sense. Like I think Kiban brought up a good point. Like remember, Aguero is not getting any younger. The players are not getting any younger. Of course, they're going to invest. The most important thing is that as long as owners are willing to invest properly, you may maintain the dynamics of the team so that they can challenge for the title. It's really basic maths, unfortunately. And I think with modern football, you got to expect that you need to buy players. If you are talking about in the 90s where you buy players for 1.5 million, right, from a top club, right, I think it's football manager fantasy lah. Like even if you look at it, like this is United had the problem of their right wing needed fixing. They were going for Sancho so much, but they couldn't afford it even though they were a top club. It says a lot. It's not about the pandemic, it's just about whether is it feasible, is it economical viable for them to invest that money. What if Sancho didn't work out? Who are they going to blame? So it's all about it's like a chess move lah. Owners will have to play the role properly. Managers also have to put their part properly so that the team dynamics are there to challenge for the title. So I don't think it's a Farmers League as per se lah.
Okay. But if it's not a Farmers League, then do we again? If you're not a Liverpool or a City fan, can we completely sweep whatever little remnants of aspiration that we have under the rug? Because as long as there's Liverpool under Klopp, as long as there's Pep under Man City, there's nowhere for us to get when it comes to the title itself. You can never have.
Say it.
Is the
Say
mindset.
it.
Is the mindset.
Don't come and bullshit me. Mindset of one game at a time. Say it.
No, you look at this way. When United were winning title year in year out, did anyone talk about the EPL becoming a Farmers League? No.
They don't dare.
But the thing is, when okay, I'm gonna
go.
No, go against you a bit, Aizam. When United was going for the league, right? When they were, champions yet again and again and again, they were challenged, bro. In the end, they won it. It's true. When you say a Farmers League, it's like when you're 20 points behind, when you're 10 points behind, when it's only February, March. You conclude the league at the early part of the season. I know you can't recall that much during that time, okay? But the players are the teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. They were fighting for it at the moment of time. So that's why it wasn't called a farmers league back then.
True.
You know, so
Like,
and
it
at that
was-
point of time also, when you look at the France league, it's also PSG was not there. It was always Lyon, Monaco, Lille, all these teams. You know, so the term farmers league was only in, I think, La Liga or Celtic. I mean, Scotland, the Scottish league.
Yeah.
But in the
Makes sense,
EPL,
yeah.
the term farmers league never came before.
Yeah, and the reason
So,
why
yeah.
the reason why I actually again put this issue under the spotlight, because we always just compare this across the top 5 European leagues, and it's always the Premier League again and again has proven that we always have double digit winners usually. And you talk about the dominance, the overarching dominance of Bayern Munich in their own league. Apparently, there's a one horse race. Apparently, ostensibly,
Yeah.
but they don't cut it at double digit. You talk about PSG even.
Yes.
For the last 2 seasons, it wasn't double digit. They were pushed right down to the wire. Don't even go
Yeah.
with La Liga. This season, Serie A. Yes, a couple of seasons ago, it was always Juventus, but again, they were always pushed as well. And this season alone, at this current moment, it could go anywhere. So that's why it brings the question: why is it the Premier League that has double digit winners? It's gonna last season that happened, and if it wasn't for Liverpool going off the boils right after the league has been concluded, they could have maintained the 20 odd points.
Yeah.
I think they would have
No,
extended.
but you
it.
look
They
at
would definitely
when you
extend
look at the 2 seasons ago, Liverpool and City was going
Very close.
it.
I think it's
It was
almost
like
all
the
until
four
the last
season
day.
for the past
Yeah.
4 seasons.
until the last day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, until,
Yeah, so-
no, lah,
so-
not,
so
not
yeah.
4 seasons. Lah. I think it's
3 seasons.
No, I think even when Chelsea won the league as well, I think it
this
was
is the
3
third.
seasons.
This is the third season.
Yeah, so even when Chelsea won the league under what's his name, Conte, right?
Conte,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think I don't think they ran away with the title.
They did not. They
Yeah.
did not.
Yeah, they did not.
So to
Yeah.
they call this a farmers league because what Liverpool did last season and what City is doing this season, I don't think. I think it'll be deemed a farmers league if City just wins for the next 5-6 seasons
Yeah.
with a 20-point gap.
Which I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
For me, last season is just a one-off thing.
Okay, Arsenal will do even worse than what they are already doing because they have a very rabid anti-manager fan base that is already empowered for the last 5 years. So when Arteta doesn't perform, this was seen from the crowd. Whether crowd coming back, will that serve us? Will they be They will be
Yeah.
vocal. I don't think it will positively affect that team. No, I agree. But then again, Kieran, I think that would apply to anybody, any team, right? Even Chelsea, even. And when you talk about the managerial carousel, right? Arsenal have the least amount of managerial change. Yes, we are rabid as a fan base, but that does not necessarily translate into figures when it comes to just the change itself. In fact, we are the least. We are really down below when it comes to managerial change. City have been brilliant this season. That's all. Man City will bulldoze their way mathematically. It's not over. Arsenal can win it. Yeah. If we want to go by
True.
that theory, then
Mathematically.
if you want to go by that theory, then again,
some faith, have some faith.
I have all the time for you, Jay. I have all the time for you. As for nothing to play, top 4 European places, survival still to fight for. No, but I'm talking just about the league, just the league itself. Most exciting is watching Liverpool lose, Lee. If EPL is Farmers League, there won't be multiple teams challenging for top 4. Again, Azmil, I'm just directing at the top honors. Okay,
Azmil
top
on
would-
fire today. After last week, he came back on fire today.
Let's wait to see how the good clubs across Europe is to lump them up top 4 each league to play in the common European League. I think he's trying to insinuate the Super League and
The Super League, no.
and you know who is fronting that effort? John Henry. He is one of the
Yeah.
most influential guy who is fronting the effort right now. John
I
Henry,
think it
guys.
will spoil the game, man.
Yeah, not just
You don't
only
need
but
another
good
league.
board and managers also getting right players to improve the team. And also, Kiran, once again, thank you so much, Kiran, for watching us. The Premier League does not fit the very definition of a farmers league. The duopoly was only for 1 season. Before that was City and United, and before that Chelsea and Leicester won. I think let me make myself clear. Even if it was 2 teams, right? I think the gulf in difference was too huge. Because we keep ranting about Premier League being one of the toughest league for players and also for managers to ply their trades in.
yeah. We said that.
But when you look at the end of the season, when you again cross-examine the first and the second, it's really wide apart. It's for my liking, at least. So that's why I wanted to ask that question. Joel, is it right? Oh, Nepshot Sanget. Is it? Is that what you're like?
Yeah, I mean, just like how Arsenal's season is hanging by a thread.
This season.
It's a bit disturbing, bro. It's a bit disturbing.
Everything is going haywire for us. You know, even my Spanish is not holding up. Okay, Joel is right. The team gets it right off season, invest well. Many teams have the financial acumen to actually do it in the league, so it's not a farmers' league. But even when spending money, right? Again, there's another dimension that we want to speak about. Like, how do you spend it? Who do you spend it on? Because when you talk about spending, many.
Go fix the logo lah, bro. Go fix the logo lah, bro. Then distracting.
It's disturbing, bro.
No, it's okay. No, it's better that way. No, it's about even when you invest, still you cannot close that gap, and it's too huge, man. Well said, Jolie. With investment, it's still up to the managers to make it work nonetheless. Leicester paid a heavy price for their win. Conspiracy theory. Oh, I agree with you, bro. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. That's a well-known fact. Hopefully, Villa will better with the league. Well said. Like, oh, Joe, today apparently a couple of people are agreeing with you, boy.
Hey,
Doesn't
call
happen
me,
always.
guys. Come on, call us.
Yes, give us a call. We want to hear from you. City cash out money to buy the right players. That's the key to their success. Money was invested well. Okay, let's do a couple more. Look, Jose Mourinho would love to be at Chelsea than Spurs now. I agree with you. A possible reason for the double-digit gap could be because the chasing pack is strong and challenging for other titles. Managers now go for silverware, not runners-up. Tahu lah, I know lah. Okay, so let's close this up again for the next 3 seasons. Just a bit of projection. I'm gonna start with Joe, and then we'll end it with Deben. Do you think it will be the same scenario again, unraveling itself again and again for the next 3 seasons? Double-digit gap. Joe,
Say it again.
you know, right? You know you're allowed to speak, right, in the show.
I'm just waiting for the call, man. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. Okay,
Okay, repeat that again.
Call in. This is the number. Call me.
Guys, call in.
Call me. All right.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Again, for the next 3 seasons, let's do a snapshot projection. Will it still be the same scenario the next 3 seasons, whereby?
No, I don't think so. I think certain
double-digit
few
leader.
clubs have already learned their lessons. They will definitely invest. They will come back stronger. So I think the next 3 seasons will be the season to watch, because I think the likes of West Ham, the likes of Aston Villa, the likes of Everton, Wolves, they all will be coming in guns blazing. I'm not too sure for Tottenham though, but the clubs that I've mentioned, yes, they will be coming in guns blazing. Definitely.
All right.
So no,
Faris?
the next 3 seasons, we will see a lot of people coming in.
Okay, first yourself.
I think I'll still see the same top 6.
Same toxic.
Sorry, new top 6. The
new top
current top 6 that we have.
Siapa
the new
toxic?
This top 6, the current one that we have this season, I think we will see more of it. Like West Ham, Leicester.
Yep.
But what
Yeah.
about again
The-
the eventual winner and also the runner-up? Do you think there will be a huge gap between the two of them?
Nah, I don't think so. Last season was just a one-off, and this season is only 10 points, so it's not that much.
Okay.
I
Haizam?
think City will win the league, but
Haizam, what about you?
No,
Will
I don't
this
think
go
the
second
next 3
again?
season, the next 3 season, I don't see a double digit lah. I think with the right investment, with the right the managers doing the right players, I'm sure that it's going to be a good fight. Because to be honest with you, as a City fan, as much as I'm enjoying the gap, I think being football fans, I don't want to be the runway, like you're talking about the Scottish League or even like the German League.
Here we go.
So I think next 3 season, let's make it a close fight.
Okay. It's close fight. So
You sure? Huh?
so you don't
One game at a time.
you don't think
One game at a
you don't think that will be the scenario for the next 3 seasons, yeah?
Actually, how can you ask Haizam and next 3 season? He one game at a time. What?
Oh yeah.
It's one game at a time.
Sorry, forgive me, Saya, for even asking. But then even yourself, let's close this up. Again, same scenario for the next 3 seasons, or you reckon that the gap will be closed up really, really massively over the 3 seasons?
No, I think it's not going to be a big gap. It will definitely be close. Like what Faris said, last season was a one-off. This season, it's 10 or 13 points, some games in hand. So I think in the next 3 seasons, I don't expect a runaway. I don't expect double digit. I think it'll be a closer fight for the title and also for the rest of the teams up till 8, I would say. I think it's going to be very interesting the next few seasons.
Okay. So Azmil, again, he always wants to be the punctuation. Hey, are we seeing double? Double?
We're seeing double, Faris.
Double prosperity.
Faris, what was that?
Next
Sialah. That is a conspiracy theory, bro.
So your side never see I'm out at all.
No.
No.
You were there. You were there for a minute. Okay.
Correct. What the hell you do, man?
The next one, a quick one. The big focus preview: United and Chelsea. Again, last time they played, it was a complete ball fest, sting fest, 0-0, handbrake FC. One contentious period or one contentious moment that was Maguire doing a Khabib on Aspilicueta. Of course, he escaped. Nothing to it. But then again, Joe.
Obviously, for obvious reason.
For obvious reasons, all right. We're not gonna dwell into
Here
that.
comes the excuses that the VR is being paid.
So, Joe, right now it's Chelsea completely different, a different kettle of fish right now, a different proposition. They are now flying high. In fact, what an impressive victory against Atletico Madrid, against all odds. Nobody gave them a chance, not even a strain of hope. But they defied the odds, 1-0. They'll be flying into this match. How confident are you? The Red
I
Devil?
think I'm pretty confident looking at the last game of Real Sociedad, and I think the boys have got what it takes to know that we can't lose out any more ground to City. So every game counts. Right now, every game counts, and I know the boys have to turn up, in which I think they will, because I think we have a good rest tonight. I hope the likes of Maguire, Bruno, or whoever, just name it. I hope these guys are not playing tonight. We want to see like a good mixture of young and some
Ahmad
experienced
Diallo.
players as
Is
well.
it time for him? Ahmad
Yeah,
Diallo?
I really hope Ahmad Diallo starts, man. I really hope. So I think the guys will get a good break. You know, Chelsea played their full first team players against Atletico. So if United can actually get their good break and get in fresh on Sunday, and I think that will be interesting to watch. And I'm pretty confident going to this game. I think this is the only time in this season, first time I'm going into a game pretty confident. Not overconfident, but pretty confident we might get something out of this.
Okay. All right. Not confident, but pretty confident. Faris?
Not overconfident, Kote. Not overconfident.
But okay.
Alright, but pretty confident.
Faris?
A bit vulgar this guy tonight, huh?
Oh, he's very vulgar. He really very
Vulgar, bro. My whole today host all vulgar.
Oh, must chili. But then again, if you're a man in the middle right now, without taking any allegiance, how do you see this match panning out? Are we expecting another boring KG match, leggy, laborious?
It has that boring match written all over this game, but I think Tuchel has a point to prove.
Tuchel.
Macam sexy.
Tuchel like a Tamil word.
Tuchel. Okay, I think he has a point. He has a point to prove.
Okay.
Because new managers always come in Chelsea, always impact the game. So I think Chelsea might win it a slim win of 3-1.
Hey, that one slim, 3-1.
Slim. 3-1 for you, slim, huh?
Different.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit weird, huh?
We're looking at different definition. Okay, Haizam, I know you'll be clapping. I know you'll be clapping.
Hey, I've been thrashed 7-2, man. So I know what is slim was not. Don't forget your 6-1 also, bro.
The Peppers later.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
But look at where they are right now, man, after the 6-1.
And I ate to see this.
8-2. You 8-2 series.
18 not this season, what? No need to bring
It's
up,
okay
what?
lah. I didn't bring it up, I didn't bring it up. Huh? I didn't. It's all
Alright,
right.
we have our fair share of slim loss.
Fishy,
So
Yeah.
fishy, bro.
Fishy. Alright, Haizam, you'll be clapping for the blue side of London right now for sure, because if United decides to bottle it up, high chance they would, and then you win the next match, is as good as over. This time
Over.
around,
Yeah, this time
that
correct.
will be the final nail. Not only nail, this one using Hendry, no. Zap! Not going out already.
But
Definitely.
this boy will do it for us.
That's done. But then again,
Don't jinx it, brother. Anyway,
How-
for this, I feel
how
Chelsea
can
will
how can Tuchel
just
close?
win it. Because
Really?
I think like what Faris said, I think Tuchel will want to come to this game with the energy of
You
like,
never
you know what,
once
I'm
gonna say United will win, huh? That's for sure, Aizam.
Wait, Haizam, wait. Haizam. Are we discounting the fact that Chelsea are playing a flawless away team? Only what? One draw, right, Joe? Or
Yeah,
right, two,
exactly. Am I not
One
hearing it? Hello?
undefeated
Hello?
against
Hello?
Chelsea.
Hello? Anybody know our away record? Hello.
And you know their star players will be well rested for this match. They will be prime, fit, and ready. Why are we not putting that into the mix? Why is it
He's
not part of the
City fan
competition?
what?
Anything but United lah.
Yeah, that's why.
Why are
Buto macam ini one game at a time.
But it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be one of the good London derbies lah this Sunday.
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah.
So
London team, right?
you mentioned that Tuchel will have one up against Oli. Is that what you're trying to imply?
I think that's the thing that he wants to prove lah in his first season as a Chelsea manager. I think as long as United don't bottle it, because United has this maintain this so-called form, and then suddenly they just bottle it.
21 loading. 21 loading.
That kind of game is that they're confident, then suddenly they lose. So I see more that Chelsea having more more in their bottle compared to United who might just bottle it. De Gea or Maguire suddenly just be the fuck
You
up
wait
one,
for
or
Jesse's
Liga-
brace. You wait for Jesse's brace.
We'll talk about it.
You wait.
Speaking of bottle, I think it's only right that we talk about what's in the bottle of Bruno Fernandes. What is that concoction?
Now what do you want to say?
Every single time.
At least he take good penalty. Not like JDB missing it when it's matting the most.
Oh.
So right now you're going for Tuchel. How impressed have you been? with Tuchel?
Surprisingly, I think we remember we talked about Tuchel, don't know what he's going to bring in the Chelsea team.
Manish.
He messages me though. He messages me.
Oh really? Yeah.
I remember that episode that we did and today, right, to where he is now. I feel like he brings a different perspective for Chelsea.
Okay.
Suddenly the players that Lampard couldn't get the best out of it. Like, suddenly the players are performing. So I'm banking on that lah. But I think he's gonna.
You sure? Is that you were the same person who said Tuchel can't make it in Chelsea?
No.
That's
Now
okay.
you're seeing another one.
Yeah,
Are you doing one game at a time?
No, that only applies for City. Okay, but I saw Deben pulling the rock look.
No, I mean
Go
because
for it.
I just
Deben, don't go personal. Forget what happened between you and Money people friends.
This is the time that we just tell Deepan you have your chance.
So that is this. Okay. No, nothing against Manish, but no. I mean, I pulled up the recent Chelsea's fixture list since Tuchel took over, lah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been, they have not lost.
Yeah.
They won and they drew, but they haven't played a strong opposition yet, in my opinion.
What about Tottenham Hotspur?
Seriously, I said strong opposition, and you bring Tottenham there.
Thank you, Deben.
Bro.
Thank you.
Anyway, as I was saying, no, I mean, since he took over, what they drew with Wolves, they beat Burnley, beat Tottenham, beat Sheffield United, drew with Southampton, and beat Chelsea. Beat Newcastle. This is it's expected, and it wasn't very convincing. And I'm not too convinced with Tuchel and his rotation. I mean, yes, I know he's trying to get a feel of all the players. I understand that, but I think this game, this has a draw written all over it.
Draw, okay.
Like a draw written all over it. I even will go and say this will be a ball fest 0-0 draw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Although I'm proven wrong, and I hope United wins this.
Why? Why would you hope for a United win though? Are you banking on anything?
We can still catch Chelsea if we put our hearts.
David is another one.
Yeah.
He is always full of vendetta. So you cannot ask him. You cannot ask him. You cannot ask him.
Same for you, An. If United win Chelsea, you can catch up Chelsea. If not, Arsenal is still going to be the rock bottom.
Bro, and the other thing, my FPL bro. Fernandes is my captain Chelsea have no players. No
Let's
choice.
go for a hat trick, man. Hat trick. Let's go.
Okay, just a quick one. All right. In terms of prediction, Chelsea and Manchester United to be played at Stamford Bridge. We go with Jole. What's the score for this, Jole?
I'm going for 1-0.
1-0. Ooh.
1-0.
What about
1-0?
Side we lose every week, Faris?
Faris, that's 3-1, right?
3-1. Oh yeah, he mentioned 3-1. Oh, are you changing your mind?
Yeah, I think it's
They always
2-1,
do, bro. They always.
2-1. 2-1 to United.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Wow.
You're asking inevitable, man.
2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea. Ooh, okay. Remember this, So we all remember. I'm going for 1-1. Again, draw written all over it. Draw. Okay, I'm not gonna stay for this. Complete waste of time. So the last one. Let's go to the last one. As we all know, this is how we do our curtain call. Let me see where's the damn video. Okay, I've not uploaded. Go on which Manchester United will turn up, the one that do with Toffees 3-3, lose to Sheffield United, or beating Toffees 2-0, Magpie 3-1, eye-catching 4-0 win over Sociedad. Okay, while you are answering
Not
that,
bad.
I'm gonna find that little
Victor,
graphic. Alright.
I'm glad you're coming up right now because I'm interested in seeing all these stats coming out right now. When City is flying high, you're coming up, huh? When City is not flying high, I don't know where you're hiding. I was still here. I don't know where were you. But to answer that question, interesting stats. All right. I also don't know which, but it will be. I have a feeling it will be the team that turn up against Real Sociedad.
Wow.
I think it will be that team. Yeah, I think that they played really extremely well. For me, I think that's good. But I hope it's the team that turned up against Liverpool that won 3-2. It'll be good for that.
Right.
Oh man.
Wait, can we see this in clear?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah,
now?
we can.
Right, let's go.
This, man.
So the first one, Manchester City versus West Ham. Hey Jay, if you're watching us, right, Jay, I'm gonna pick five matches that me, Haizam, Joe, because Faris is a guest, so Faris bopake lah. Okay. So four of us will go head to head. Maybe Faris can share the loot with me. All right. So the four of us will pit against each other. Jay, I will pick 5 matches, and then we will actually draw up a leaderboard. Okay. So the first match that the 4 of us will pit against each other, Manchester City versus West Ham. I'm gonna go first because I know you guys like to copy my stuff. All right. 2-0 Man City. All right. Man City. Jola.
West Ham.
Alright.
West Ham.
West Ham. Let's do
Alright.
this, man. Let's do this. West Ham 2-1.
West Ham 2-1. Okay.
West Ham
So wait. Let's take this down. Okay, can we just remember our prediction? So right after this we can
Give me a minute. Let me take a pen and paper.
Joe. Take down the minute. Take down the minutes. All right,
Let
my
me just take
boy. Jay.
Give me.
Jay, later I'll give you the 4 prediction for the 5 matches. So let's start again. Manchester City versus West Ham. Anwari is going for a 2-0 win for Man City. In fact, if you need some FPL tips, Captain Raheem Sterling. Do that.
An, what do you say? 2-0, huh?
Thank me later. Okay.
Okay, and then 2-0. And then
All right, Jole?
2-1 to
2-1
West Ham.
to West Ham. All right. And then Haizam?
4-2 to City.
4-2 to City.
Oh, 4-2.
And Steven? Steven, not only prediction, can we get 1 FPL pro tips from you?
Yeah.
4-1 to City,
Uh-huh.
and I think Raheem Sterling on a hat trick.
Raheem Sterling. So you agree with me, my man?
Yeah,
Alright.
he performs against West Ham every time I
Guys,
notice.
I cannot
FPL
take.
also include Jesse Lingard. He's going to do a brace.
I think so. I think J-Leagues will score 2 goals against City.
Never know, huh?
Don't do this pull the plug kind of game with me, okay? All right. The next one, of course, we are not gonna go for this, but we'll get Faris, all right, to actually predict West Brom versus Brighton. What an exciting match!
Wow, one of the best. The highlight of the weekend is this. I'm gonna subscribe to Mio tomorrow just to see this game, man. Oh my God, the Baggies versus the Seagulls. Oh, what a fixture!
Hey, Faris, these are the 2 clubs you lost to, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, that's why they are one of the best clubs. That's why they are one of the best clubs in England, bro. Yeah.
Apa aku pula? You gave him the history stat and then you say Anraba.
No, I'm asking. I don't know. I think West Brom they draw, right?
Yeah.
They draw 1-1.
West Brom they draw. Yeah, I'm asking. Walao,
No, we lost 1-0.
Okay. All right.
Lost
So
1-0.
West Brom and Brighton, where do we go with this?
I think Brighton to
Oh,
win
that's a
it
tough one.
1-0.
The fact that Faris had to think, he had to stop.
We need to go to the next game because Deepan is waiting.
I don't like Big Sam.
We need to go to the next game. You see, Deepan have just closed his camera. We need to go to the next game right now because we need to give him 15 minutes to digest this, to actually come up with a bloody scoreline for this.
Okay, Leeds United and Aston Villa. Of course, we have to get this as part of our list. So, Jole, my dear secretary, my
Yep.
love, all right, you ready to take this down?
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's roll out the red carpet for Diban. Diban, let's go. Come on, don't do this reverse psychological cut. Okay, I know marriage has done a lot for you. So I
Let's do
know
some
you want to
song
go
for
down
him.
on that road. Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
go, Deepan.
Oh
Let's go,
wow!
let's go.
I tell you. My heart says Villa, my head says Leeds.
Hey, every week the same line, lah. Diban.
What does that below says?
What does your third leg?
Apology,
What does your third leg say?
I'm gonna go 2-1 lah. 2-1.
Aston Villa.
To Leeds.
2-1 to Leeds.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
come
my
on.
2-1 Leeds.
god.
Reverse psychology lah. He want Aston Villa to win 2-0 lah.
No lah, bro. No,
Nice.
this one is not. This one is not reverse psychology lah. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying 2-1 now. When the team sheet comes out, if Barkley is still playing, they'll probably say 3-0 to Leeds lah. You know. But
Why? Wait. Why the hate against Buckley?
No,
Is it
I
not? Why, ah?
no. I don't hate him. He's a good player. He's unplayable on his day.
What?
But since his injury, he hasn't been performing well. I think he slowly has to be. He needed to be integrated into the team instead of just being thrown in. Al Ghazi was performing well on a purple patch, scoring goals, and then one Barkley comes back. Dean Smith throws him in and benches Al Ghazi. And Barkley is a luxury player that we cannot afford right now. With Grealish injured, Matty Cash injured, and Barkley doesn't go in for tackles. He just goes. He's a luxury player. So the midfield is exposed, and the players are clearly tired. You know, we don't know how COVID has affected them. So the performance over the past few games has not been great since Burnley second half in late Jan Feb.
All right.
And as much as I cannot, as much as I hate Leeds,
Ooh.
I really want to say Villa to win, but
Okay.
no, I think Leeds Leeds is gonna win 2-1.
You know
Yeah.
what? With Diban, right? He can actually rob a bank. He can create a heist. He can come out and explain to himself to the judge, right? And the judge will believe him. You know. I'm gonna let you go. The kind of explanation he has on him, this guy is top boy, man. Okay, so 2-1 to Leeds United for Diban.
Yeah.
Haizam.
I would say 2-1 to Aston Villa because I'm looking at the form. Like
Yeah.
Leeds were, the last game that they won, but the previous two games after they won was 2 losses. So I'm thinking on that form, based on form.
All right, okay, guys, just again, just to add a bit of intensity into this leadership board, right, or this prediction game, there will be a forfeit for the guys who has the least right amount of points at the end of the season, and there will be a reward for the guy who win it. Right, the one who falls in between, you cannot do anything lah. That's about it. That's the best thing. Okay, all right. So take this seriously, yeah. Okay, and then we will go, and Faris will represent me for this one. Faris, do your bit. Leeds United, Aston Villa.
I think Leeds United.
Okay, and
4-3.
what would you score? 4-3.
Wow.
No. Kudos to Faris because I would have gone for a
High scoring.
3-3. I would have gone for a 3-3. But then you mentioned 4-3. Okay, not too far off from the 3.
Interesting.
Okay, 4-3
Okay.
for Leeds United. Take it down under Anwari's list.
All
Jole,
right.
one of the
I'm
worst
going
predictor. One of the
I'm
worst
going-
predictor known to human race.
No, bro. I've been getting my predictions right lately.
Which one? You tell me which one?
The last one? Everton winning Liverpool?
Oh, okay. So that one
come on.
time is the proudest moment for you in your CV, yeah?
Actually, it was quite a number of times. I've been defeating Mayer in this, all right?
Okay, all right. Let's go for it. Sorry,
Alright.
sorry, my sire.
I'm going with a 2-0 Villa win.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 2-0 for Villa win.
2-0.
Jole?
Watkins with the brace.
All right, let's go. The next one, we've got Newcastle Wolves. Fancy that one, guys? No? Yes?
2-0 to Wolves for me.
Wait, I'm asking, do we pit
No,
against each other?
Let's not do that.
Okay, so
Let's
if
do
we're not
Leicester,
doing it-
Arsenal.
Okay, if we're not doing it,
Leicester,
then we...
Arsenal.
Okay, Newcastle Wolves, we give it to Faris.
Faris.
Wolves 5-0.
Okay.
Wow.
Just take it on the face value, okay? Just take it on the face value. So 5-0 for Wolves. Although they have not been scoring a lot, but they are going to score 5 against Newcastle. Huh? All right.
Yeah,
That's really...
baby Adama Traore Oil will score 5.
Podence to score a hat-trick. Podence.
Daniel Foden.
Not impossible with how shitty Newcastle are, but yeah.
Yeah.
David, keep it to yourself.
Oh, sorry.
That's
my
a-
mind voice came out. Yo.
Crystal
Deepan.
Palace and
Stop it,
Fulham.
Deepan.
London derby, all London derby. Of course, we're gonna give the honor to Said Faris as well. Crystal Palace and Fulham. What an exciting match as well.
I think Palace gonna nick it 3-0.
Fulham.
Nick it 3-0, okay.
Wow.
So Nick it in his book is 3-0.
3-0.
Naked. Slim is 3-1. Naked is 3-0. I wonder what is a big win, man.
7-2.
7-2. 7-2.
Whichever diary that he's reading from, I want to be on it, man. Okay, let's go for the big one, all right? The Gangang Tuan, the biggest London club of all times, all right? Just remember, the only team that has never been relegated from Premier League, Arsenal FC.
Were you
with
alive back then?
I was, yes, I was. In fact,
Alright.
I was alive even before Mayor, okay? So I founded together Woolwich, all right? We call it Woolwich United. So Arsenal, aka Woolwich against Leicester City, I'm going for a proud 2-1 defeat for Arsenal.
Wow.
Yes, that's how much confidence I have right now.
I never.
Okay, so
2-1,
Leicester
Aizam.
the mighty Gunners 1. You know why? Sometimes they say taking the humble pie.
Oh,
says a
sorry,
lot.
2-1.
2-1 to Leicester City, Joe.
Okay.
Don't reverse it, Don't reverse it
Okay,
to Arsenal, 2-1, a
2-1.
proud 2-1 to actually compound the misery for Mikel Arteta and also accounting for the 12th defeat. Come on, you Gunners. Let's go, Jolie.
Leicester have a full squad and Arsenal has a full squad, right?
Doesn't
Madison might
matter.
be out. Madison
Arsenal
might
can
be out.
Arsenal
Madison
can
might be out, huh?
24
Might be out.
people.
No, he plays a big part. If Madison is going to be out, then I'm going with Arsenal.
Madison might be out. Yeah.
1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 to the Arsenal. Okay, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Haizam, where do you go on this?
2-0 to Leicester.
2-0 to Leicester. Thank you so
Savage.
much. Thank you so much for resonating
Deben.
with me.
2-1 to Arsenal.
Ui,
All right.
why do I feel bad? Supporting Arsenal?
Yeah, exactly. You're rabak, bro.
Wait, can I change it? Is it?
No, cannot. One's done. That's it. That's how much faith you have with the club. Live with it.
So we've got 3. All right. Tottenham, Burnley. Fancy this, anyone?
No, guys, let's skip it. I don't
Faris,
think Faris
yeah.
doesn't need to know.
Then we give it
Faris,
to
don't
the
need Faris. Faris, give us a big win. Give us a big win.
Okay, Burnley to win 5-0.
What?
Because what do you think of Tottenham?
Faris, if Burnley were to win Tottenham 5-0, Soul Garden on me.
So garden on you, Wait,
Right.
Lamb chops, bro. Lamb chops. Bring the
Lamb
lamb
chops,
chops, boy.
Okay, so Chelsea, Man United. Okay, we go through again. Chelsea, Man United. All right, just for
Oh,
the
that's
record.
also part of the game. Okay.
Okay,
Chelsea.
so Faris will represent me. Faris, Chelsea, Man United.
He says Slim 3-1, right?
No,
Yes.
he changed his tune. No, he changed his tune. He changed his tune. Is it still
It's
a
Come.
it's not that slim lah. It's quite a margin. 2-1.
okay?
2-1 Chelsea, yeah? 2-1 to
Yeah.
Tuchel. 2-1 to Tuchel.
Tuchel, yeah.
No, Tuchel.
Tuchel.
What about
Yeah.
Diban?
0-0.
Oh, 0-0.
0-0.
Okay. Haizum?
Aizam was 2-0.
2-1.
Jole? 1-0, right?
1-0.
All right, there you go. And then wait, are we
Okay,
missing
last
out
game.
on anything?
Yeah,
Oh, we
one
got
more game,
Sheffield.
right?
Wait, we got-
Liverpool,
oh,
Sheffield, right?
Okay, let's do Sheffield and Liverpool. Why not? Let's roll the carpet out for Haizam first. Haizam, what on it?
It's difficult this one. But okay I think Sheffield because top bottom of the table, right? So I say it's a Liverpool win maybe 3-0 lah.
Ooh, 3-0.
3-0, Aizam. 3-0.
Well,
What about Divan?
United also say that their bottom club.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
lost 2-1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm up. for
Sheffield
that.
United. Sheffield United, Liverpool. Nah, Liverpool will win lah, but the scoreline, I think McGoldrick will score, so 3-1 lah. 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1, but McGoldrick will go. Because do you have McGoldrick in your FPL team?
No, I don't. But he seems to be scoring against the top teams,
Pro team.
even though
Okay.
they've been losing.
All
I
right,
don't
I'll go
understand how is 3 goals going to come with this team when they're struggling to score.
Oh, they will.
No,
I'm
it's
going-
Sheffield United. That's why.
yeah. I'm
Okay,
going
fine.
for-
my team can. I don't know why. They did. I don't
Joe,
know why
you
they
go
have
first. I'll go last for this. Joe, you go first.
You go.
I'm really tempted to go for a big one, man. I see Liverpool hitting a 4 in this. I really do.
Nah.
I really do. You know what? I'm going to go for broke. 4-1.
4-1 Liverpool.
4-1 Liverpool.
Yeah. Remember, Jota is back.
4-1.
Oh, is
Liverpool.
he?
Yeah.
United
change
is
it.
He's
Interchange,
training.
4-1
He's
Liverpool.
training.
Hey, Chef, but Sheffield's form lately has been pretty much interesting.
They've been losing, yeah, correct. Same form.
Interesting is the right way.
I mean, they defend well, but yeah, they lose, but not so big, right?
That was
Oh,
a fast one.
Serena, what a
Yeah.
sweet one by Serena. I want to see Abang Said Faris smiling again. Going for Liverpool again.
You want to see
Right.
Abang? Okay, Abang smile. 3-0,
I'll be the
okay.
I'll be the odd one out then. I'll be the odd one out for this.
Okay, you wait for Sheffield, I know.
Yeah,
Got
I'll
that.
go with Sheffield 1-0.
Sheffield 1-0. All right. So at the
Yeah.
I
current
think it's
moment,
gonna be a 0-0 game.
are we done with 5 matches?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Done
1,
already.
2, 3, 4, 5. Done. We got City, West Ham, Chelsea, United, Leeds.
But we'll just take
Villa.
a bet
Leicester,
for the
Arsenal.
Everton Southampton. I'll just review that.
Yeah. So Everton, Southampton, I'm going for a draw. Southampton.
Everton, Southampton also inside.
Draw. Wait. Do we do it? Wait.
No. I don't need to do it. I think we got 5 matches.
5. Okay. Okay.
5 is
So we
enough.
do it.
5 is
Don't
enough.
need
Okay.
lah. Everton don't need lah.
Okay. So I'm going for a draw. Diban, anything different?
2-2.
Right. Same. All right. There you go.
Guys, there's City and Wolves. Oh,
No,
that's
2 game is double game week.
Oh, it's double game week. Wait.
Yeah.
Now that we have double game week, how do we do this? We have double
do we
game week. Wait. Let me check.
Then we take 5. Okay, what are the double game week games?
A lot.
Every most teams are playing.
a lot, bro.
Liverpool, Chelsea, bro.
Oh,
So Liverpool, Chelsea, we can,
big game.
Liverpool, Chelsea, we can cover because this will be on Friday.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
just-
yeah.
So just in time for
yeah,
big
yeah.
focus.
We just have to talk about Man City and Wolves now.
Okay, Man City and Wolves. All right, let's do that. Joe, special inclusion: Manchester City
Okay.
and Wolves. You know
Oh,
what?
wait, sorry guys. Even the Crystal Palace United. Is this in Singapore time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
this Singapore
Yeah,
time.
no. Yeah. Singapore time.
Singapore time.
Singapore time, right? Then we will have to cover all the games except the West Brom, Everton, and Chelsea, Liverpool.
So we do this.
Up until United, Crystal Palace.
Okay, let's go. Joe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
City Wolves,
Okay. Just headline this under match day 29.
29,
Okay. All right. So Man City and Wolves. I'll go first. I'm going for a 1-1. I think this is where the bubble will burst for City, but a short one. It will be a blip. 1-1.
1-1, huh?
Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going for 0-0.
Okay, you give for 0-0. Okay,
Yeah.
not giving too much love there to City. What about Haizam? 1 game at a time.
1-0 ah. I'm not feeling good about this.
Right, you don't feel good, right? You don't feel good, right, about this? There's a strange
It's
hunch.
Wolves, lah. It's Wolves.
There's a
So
strange
City
hunch.
is going to lose to West Ham. They are going to draw with Wolves, and we are going to be back at 5 points.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Right.
Where do you go?
Oh yeah, sorry, we forgot about Deepan.
No, I'll see it's a 1-1 draw as well.
All right.
Wow. Okay, 1-1 as well. So Anwari and Diban, we always got the same thing going on. And then, wait, what are we doing next, guys?
Burnley, Leicester.
Just the
Burnley,
scores.
Leicester.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Okay.
we can just review only.
Okay, this one review.
So
All right.
it's not part of it, huh?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Alright.
okay. Burnley, Leicester, quickly we give it to Said Faris, the honor.
Paris. Both the clubs they lost, right?
Diam lah, bodoh.
But since Leicester we lost bigger, right? So I think Leicester's gonna win this lah.
Okay, all right.
Because
Not being
you
a
hate
Southampton-
Burnley big time, right?
not being a Southampton at all. All right, let's do Sheffield United, Aston Villa. That's what we must do, okay? I'm going for an Aston Villa win of 2-1. 2-1 Aston Villa.
2-1 Aston
Even-
Villa. Okay.
Yeah.
3-0 Villa.
Whoa, 3-0 Villa.
Ooh.
At long last. Haizam, 1 game at a time.
3-0.
3-0
Same,
still. All right. And then what about
3-0,
Jolie?
2-0
2-0 Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Okay, Crystal Palace, Manchester United, boys. Faris, do it for me.
Crystal Palace 4-3 Crystal Palace.
Sial, Liga gila babi sia. I let him decide on my behalf. I'm starting to regret my decision.
Okay lah, more realistic lah. I give you 2-2.
2-2. Okay, 2-2.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, sounds fair.
2-2. Alright. What about Jolie for this one?
I want to whack the shit out of this team, man. Let's go with 4-0. 4-0. I hate this team.
Okay,
4-0.
4-0. Again, being really realistic there, Joe. Thank you for controlling your emotions. What about
Yeah.
Haizam?
3-1 to United lah.
Well, if you say Crystal Palace, I would have removed you from this bloody string.
What about Diban? Very good.
3-0, huh?
3-0.
Diban?
4-1 United.
4-1. 4-1 United. Okay.
Yeah.
And then where do we go next right now? We've got West Brom, Everton. Oh, Liverpool, Chelsea, boy.
No, that was on
Liverpool-
Friday, bro. That was Friday.
so we're not gonna cover because we
So no
we
one?
are
Okay.
we are going to be
We'll-
in time for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about it as
review.
well.
We'll talk about Liverpool versus Chelsea, but that's about it. So right now, Joe, for
Okay, the
we got
recap.
five-
Match day 28, City West Ham. All right. So An, you said 2-0. I 2-1
you know, you don't have to, you don't have
Don't
to
it?
do the
Okay.
scoreline, just the
So
five
match day
matches.
28 is City West Ham, Chelsea United, Leeds Villa, Leicester Arsenal, Sheffield and Liverpool. And for match day 29 will be City Wolves, Sheffield Villa and Crystal Palace United.
Let's go. So right now,
go.
You want to go
those
through the
are
comments?
okay. So we go through the comments quickly. Sharil mentioned, Faris, you need help. Macam kena bully je. Faris being bullied.
No lah.
Sharil, obviously you have not known him for a long time. Arsenal to win. Hey, Serena, when it comes to Faris, you mentioned all these flowery stuff. I want to see Faris smiling again. Arsenal don't have. Say lah, the same thing. Jealous, you know. Sheffield United 3-1. All right, and then Sheffield and Jason. Wow, again, really keeping his emotions in check. Okay, just normal from a Liverpool guy. All right, 3-1 Southampton and Everton. Milner. Wow, even Milner is fitting. Wow, hey, you gotta be careful lah. That one
Asmil
might be
start already. Asmil start already.
Yeah. But no, he gave Burnley that win, even though Burnley beat Liverpool. Man City 2, Wolves 0, Sheffield United and also Palace. Okay, so all done for today's work. All done, Joe. Where do you go to, Joe? You okay, Joe? Fell from the chair.
Just
I
the
thought you
flu.
fell from the chair. Oh, just a flu, huh?
All right.
All right, so that's all done, wrapped up for Game Week 26. Thank you so much to everybody in the stream. I know this week is kind of somber a bit. It's more serious because we got a lot of really, really tough issue for us to tackle. But next week, probably lighter affair. We got the Liverpool versus Chelsea. Oh, I think we must have one Chelsea fan. I think it's high time for us.
Definitely. Let's get-
Even you got anything against it?
Manage lah.
We'll take this offline. We'll take this offline.
But that's about it, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is me, Anterta, Jole, Syed, we lose every week. Haizam, one game at a time. Mr. Condom safe and Tiban reverse psychology. Mr.
Yep.
We are gonna lose again.
Un.
This is us.
Signing
What?
off. We got one video to tell that. We have a thank you video as well.
We got a thank you video. Can you
We
play
got a
that right
thank
after
you
this?
video.
I
Right,
tend to
go.
forget.
Okay.
All right. But then there you go. Keep it locked here. Napshot Studio. Next week we're gonna have our code rate back, right? Are we having code rate again next Wednesday?
Yep. It's going to be
Depends on
fiery
the
again,
result lah. No lah.
intense.
Yeah, we will.
Okay,
We
code rate will be
have-
back in action. What
Yeah.
about All United again, Joe? Will there be All
Yeah,
United
yeah,
again?
There will be all United again as well.
So back to full schedule next week. 3 streams. All right, 3 streams that will greet your screen. All right, keep it locked here, baby. Napshot Studio. Power to the people.
Cheers, boys.
Let's go.